This is for all you multi-talented, multitasking, multi-everything people out there. Take it away.
Find your glory, write your story, fearless, we will carry you. Time you own it, take your moment, be a fire burning through. Hustling from night until morning, grinding it out, it won't be long. Feel your power, it's your hour, you inspire, you are strong.
Enjoy your Zoa. No applause? You're all fired.
Now that you've reached the stage in your life where quality television is important, Nubian TV is a black network that speaks to your lifestyle. Nubian TV is the world's first digital network devoted to the upscale and political lifestyles of black people. Nubian TV's programming includes politics, travel, fashion, food, automotive, arts and culture, civil rights, music, and more. Watch now on Amazon Fire TV, Roku, or watch globally at nubiantv.net. Nubian TV, it's what you want to watch.
Come with me if you want to live a more delicious life. Oh, maybe we should get in the van.
In this world, we don't get to control much. The past, male pattern baldness.
What geese?
Got one right now. The urge to puff that bubble wrap.
But there is one thing we do get to choose every single day: what we eat. Welcome to the Sonic Department of Research and Deliciousment. We have everything you want, didn't know you wanted, and some things you didn't know were possible. Because we believe if you're not having fun, you're not living free. So come on, let's live a little.
Hey, good morning, America. Good morning, America.
Good morning, America.
Good morning, America.
Money! Are you ready? They are ready.
Covering the biggest events in the country right now.
There's a lot going on here this morning.
It's always a good time. That's what the show's about.
That's good.
Really good.
Very good.
Coming in hot, Jimmy, coming in hot.
It's far from elementary.
Oh.
Good morning, America. I'm not going to try to strut like Michael or anything.
I have known George a long, long time.
Have you ever gotten him to dance?
Look at that face.
You don't just see it, you feel it.
I'm in.
I'm in.
I'm in too.
I'll be there.
I am here and so happy.
I'm in.
I'm in too.
I'm in.
That tells you something when Snoop Dogg's in. Michael, George, where?
Ginger.
Hey, good morning, America.
Prepare for a journey beyond imagination, beyond belief, beyond anything you've experienced before. Universal Epic Universe, a new theme park where you'll step through extraordinary portals to 5 immersive worlds. Prepare for a cosmic voyage of discovery, an isle of fire-breathing excitement, a shadowy world of monsters and mystery, new wonders in the wizarding world, and a new way to play. Plus the splendor of a magnificent resort hotel overlooking the park. It's all new excitement at Universal Orlando Resort. A week's worth of vacation thrills with 4 amazing theme parks, a variety of spectacular themed hotels, and incredible dining and entertainment. It's all at Universal Orlando Resort, where you'll find new adventures every day. Explore the astonishing worlds of Universal Epic Universe at Universal Orlando Resort.
Well, hello to you, and you. What a epic edition of Brainley's Virtual Tour Destination Roundup. That was so much happened in the last week, and to kick off the new week. And like I said, anyone can be a present to entertain you, but it takes somebody to be a gift to bless you. Stagnant princes and princesses can't talk to progressive kings and queens. And that scripture I love to utilize so much. He or she who has not sinned, cast the first stone. And with that being said, we have a whole tour for you this morning, everybody. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 destinations for you this morning. Cardi B is helping out Netflix with announcing something big. And ladies and gentlemen, that something big just came out a couple of hours ago. We will watch that live together here. Lencia Kebede, she is making history as the first Black elphaba on Broadway in the hit musical Wicked. We'll talk about that this morning as well. LeBron James and Stephen A. Smith exchanged some words on the court. And Lord Jesus, Stephen A., you just signed a 5-year, $100 million contract, bro. What are you doing? Then Issa Rae, she has some thoughts on Hollywood itself and the DEI conversation. We'll get into that. Speaking of Stephen A. Smith, he sat down with somebody that he hasn't sat down with for more than a decade. Who? We'll talk about who indeed. By the way, Universal Epic Universe, you saw that great commercial, right? Well, there is some updates, but one of them reminds me of something that happened back in the day with another theme park. We'll get into that. RHOP, as you guys know, the Real Housewives of Potomac season is over with, but there is some developments. We'll talk about that. Of course, tonight we'll be reviewing Real Housewives of Atlanta. It premiered last night. The Sweet 16th season, rather. And then finally, our Black sister, strong sister. There is no one above her. Angie Stone is no longer with us. I have the intel that you need to know for the homegoing celebration if you want to attend as a fan. Let's get cracking. Let's make it do what it do, because higher is way and low is available. But either way, we are live on tour. Let me take down that iconic intro there. You see that virtual tour background? Yes, you do. You hear that virtual tour music? Yes, you do. The one thing to know, two things for sure, that over here on this channel, a lot happens early.
It's a new morning for America's family. Sun's coming up, so make it all that it can be. You know a lot happens early.
I'm Harry Smith.
I'm Julie Chen. I'm Maggie Rodriguez.
Morning everywhere. Come on, get up.
I'm Russ Mitchell.
And I'm Dave Price. And it's a little early for this.
Right now, this it's a new morning for America's family. Sun's coming up, so make it all that it can be. You know a lot happens early. Every day's good when you're starting it out right. But whatever you do, the daylight. And a lot happens early. Can you feel it? And I said,
Good morning, everybody.
Are you girls ready for the Jonas Brothers?
We have an early show exclusive. Yes.
A lot happens early.
A lot happens early.
The Early Show, weekday mornings on CBS.
It's a new morning.
Julie Chen, Moonves, yes it is indeed, my friend. A new morning to Russ Mitchell, Dave Price, Harry Smith, and Maggie Rodriguez. You are absolutely right. On this channel right here, a lot happens early. Good morning, everybody. Glad to have all you here and listen. I meant everything I said at the end of that virtual tour destination roundup from the bottom of my heart, the depths of my soul, the foundation of my being. Thank you. Someone's worth is not dictated by what other people say, but is how you are embraced by your actions and how you move, but most of all, how you are with your mindset. So, all love to each and every single one of you. With that being said, let's make it do what it do and go on tour here, because we do have a lot to talk about here. Yes, we do. Yes, we do indeed. Let's get on and crack it here. So Netflix right here, it lists Cardi B to preview first trailer for You Season 5. Y'all going to gag. This comes to us from Deadline.com here. Cardi B may be a Grammy-winning rapper, but she is a fan of Netflix's You first and foremost. And by the way, these two have a good friendship here. Let's see here. And foremost, in previewing the official trailer for the Twisty Crime series, which drops tomorrow, the streamer enlisted the WAP singer to give her spoiler-free reactions. Fans of the Penn Badger vehicle and or Cardi B, plus the extremely online, will recognize the marketing move as a nod to the two entertainment industry figures' Twitter first relationship. The two first began a meme-filled correspondence when the Gossip Girl alum name dropped the musician in an interview, citing her as a person who has an authentic relationship with fans on social media, contrasting that with his self-described inaptitude with online platforms. Since then, the two have switched profile icons, talked glowingly about each other during press interviews. Netflix's Twitter account even once changed his bio to read, petition to get Cardi B to guest star on season 4 of You. Obviously, that didn't happen, but her track I Like It did play in the first episode of that season. Hello, You, Cardi B began in her best impression of Joe Goldberg, Penn Badgley, and the duplicitous and murderous antagonist front and center of You. When I tell you, girl, I am shook. She continued. I cannot wait. It's like they got a little cute surprise. I cannot wait for you guys to see the trailer. Y'all gonna gag. Got me gagging. Netflix has previously released a couple short teasers of the 5th and final season of the series. Returning April 24th, the show will find Joe back in his native New York City, now as a member of the elite he once reviled. I think that's how you say it. Season 4 featured the addition of Charlie Ritchie as Kate, Joe's target eventual love interest, and the two ended up together for now, despite the revelation that he is an iller, though he conveniently sidesteps the fact that he also murdered her father. So y'all, let's see what Cardi B got to say about this.
Hello, You. I got some exciting news to tell you. So guess what? The trailer of You is coming out tomorrow. And when I tell you, girl, I am shook. I just saw it. I'm going to be messy. Let me give you a little about it. Joe got some money. He got a girl with money, Joe. I cannot wait. And it's like they got a little cute surprise. I cannot wait for you guys to see the trailer. Y'all going to gag. Got me gagging. See you tomorrow.
Cardi B, shout out to you, beautiful sister. Shout out to you for sure. Oh my Lord Jesus, man, oh man, that is going to be so good. And as you can see, ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, there's the official trailer there. Let's get to that. They just dropped it at 6 a.m. Pacific time, which would be, and this comes to us from Variety.com, 6 a.m. Pacific to Eastern Standard Time. 6 p.m. Pacific to Eastern. No, sorry. 6 a.m. Pacific to Eastern. So this article dropped at 9 a.m. this morning. Here we go from Variety.com. You season 5 trailer. Joe Goldberg returns to New York City in Thriller's final season. Here we go. Netflix has released the trailer and first look images for the 5th and final season of its psychological thriller, You. The official synopsis for season 5 reads, in the epic 5th and final season, Joe Goldberg returns to New York to enjoy his happily ever after until his perfect life is threatened by the ghosts of his past and his own dark desires. Penn Badgley returns as the charming yet terrifyingly obsessive Joe Goldberg. He is joined by Charlie Ritchie, Madeline Brewer, Anna Camp, and Griffin Matthews. It was unveiled in spring 2023 that You would end with season 5. At the time, it was also announced that executive producers Michael Foley and Justin Lowe will take the reins of showrunners, with creators Sarah Gamble remaining on the series as an executive producer. You originally premiered on Lifetime, but was canceled after only one season. Netflix then picked it up, and the show quickly became one of the streamers' most popular series. Season 4 was divided into 2 parts. Part 1 was released in February 2023, and the second part dropped in March of 2023. You was co-created by Greg Berardi and Gamble, Foley and Lowe serve as writers, showrunners, and executive producers with Berardi, Sarah Mitcher, Pim Badgley, Gamble, Sarah Gamble, Leslie Morkstein, Lee London Redman, Gina Guarano, Neil Reynolds, and Marco Sega. Burning Productions and Alloy Entertainment produced in association with Warner Bros. Television. So this was a book series that turned into a show. So here we go. The final season of You comes to Netflix April 24th. Check out the trailer and images below. So let's see, will the images come up? Don't worry, we're gonna see the trailer. I just want to see the images first. Oh, come on, really? Is this what you're gonna do to me? Is this what you're really gonna do to me? Hey, let me see if I can refresh it. First of all, I'm excited. I've been watching You. I didn't watch it when it first came out, but I did get into it when Quinn got into it. I think that was season 3, I think. So yeah, I've been hooked on the show ever since. It's a very, very well done show there. Well, it looks like the images are not going to show up, which is fine. But with that, oh wait a minute. Okay, so here it is here. So here are some pictures here. It looks like this looks like they are at someone's home. And then there is Joe and Charlotte Ritchie there. There's Joe and Kate Lockwood at an event there, and then you have these two people there. So with that being said, everybody, here we go. Your official first look at the 5th and final season of You, dropping April 14th, only on Netflix.
Hello, you. You're back in the greatest city in the world, thanks to the one person who could make it possible.
Right here, Prince Charlie.
Shame, definitely. Took a bit of getting used to. But to live happily ever after, you had to bury your old self.
I remember the good times, baby. The bad times too.
Hey!
Don't, please.
You have a great life. It's just not worth the risk.
The TR Lockwood Corporation will earmark up to 1/4 of its annual profits.
I want our sister to step down as CEO. I'm coming for everything.
I have been hiding certain things.
That the world you live in wouldn't understand.
But she does. They've made me the most visible man in New York.
If anyone knows anything about Joe Goldberg, we want to know. That psycho absolutely killed my best friend, Paige.
Kate, you are not safe. Who did you marry? There is a line I wouldn't cross to protect this family.
No. You want us to kill everyone who's suspicious of us for the rest of our lives.
Is that so wrong? If it's for the right reasons. You led me to believe you can love all of me.
Whoa.
No! I am a normal guy. No. Is this what I deserve?
Burn in hell.
Oh my God!
As for you, we're not done with each other yet.
Oh my God, yo! Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh my God! Wow! Oh my God! That was okay. By the way, my bad. It's not dropping on April 14th. It's dropping on April 24th. My bad. What in the world? You know what? I can't. I can't do it. Oh my Lord Jesus. Oh my Lord Jesus. That is just what? Hey, Cardi B, you didn't tell us any of that. Okay, so let's watch it again. This time on mute. Opening shot, New York City. Oh my Lord. I mean, they said burn it all down. So I'm guessing right here, this is Joe and Quinn's son right here, right? So apparently he gets his son back, so we get to see that. Joe is in this, life of fame, and it looks like this was the used bookstore that he used to run, and we see that right here. Go back. So right there is when they were in that community, and that's what he, did what he did to Quinn. Apparently there is somebody breaking into the bookstore, and Joe is contemplating on what's going on. That's a dream sequence there, apparently, with Joe and that person. And then we have some family business drama, wanting to take the sister out. And then the cage returns, and there is another affair, and Joe is plastered everywhere. I think that was a person from last season. That was Paige from the first season with Beck, I think, if I'm not mistaken. And I think that this guy was a therapist here. Hang on, let's see. Yeah, this guy is a therapist, maybe, or a friend. And then we can see here, Joe is in the house, and this is the sister that was at the boardroom table. And she is absolutely right. Do you want to go after everybody for the rest of our lives? And then it starts getting convoluted here. And he is on a rampage. I mean, it is. Now, wait a minute. Let me pause this here, because I'm sure that there's a breakdown of this trailer somehow, somewhere already. So as you can see here, those could be body bags. I only say that because in one of the seasons, Joe actually utilized body bags. So, oh my God, this is so good. Netflix, you did your thing on this one. So it looks like he is in somebody's apartment, maybe. Then, of course, there's Joe's son. Seeing Joe fight somebody, there's his son there. And Joe's getting pulled by who's he getting pulled by? So it looks like it's a security guard of some sort. Wait, is that Joe in the cage? It looks like that's Joe in the cage, maybe. There's an internal struggle with two people there. It looks like Joe's going to go through this season. Now, we don't know what this is. Might be a dream sequence. It might be real. Joe is in the middle of the woods. Is this what I deserve? So wait, somebody is saying burn it to hell. We don't know who this is. It could be anybody from Joe's past, but apparently they want to burn down the bookstore. And then he says, I'm not through with you yet. Child, oh my God, that is going to be an epic season happening on April 24th on Netflix. Okay, that's going to be huge. All right. More Virtual Tour Live coming up right from this space right here and right now, everybody. Oh my Lord, that was woo. All right, y'all. So From Secret NYC, Lencia Kebede makes history as Wicked's first full-time Black elphaba. What a historic milestone here. Lencia Kebede, Wicked's new Wicked Witch of the West, strongly believes that everyone deserves the chance to fly. And look at that gorgeous sister right there. I mean, Lord Jesus. Can we have an elphaba con and just have all the women cosplay as elphaba? I will gladly get a ticket. Okay, just saying. Lencia Kebede, Wicked's latest actor who stepped into the role of elphaba, might be new to the cast, but she's already making history. The long-standing Broadway show has found its first full-time Black elphaba in the Los Angeles native. It's an empowering start to Women's History Month and conclusion to Black History Month in the theater world. The 2016 Occidental College graduate originally had her sights set on a career in politics and international relations before she found her way to stage. According to her alma mater, she starred in her school's production of Hairspray in 2013 before taking her love of theater off campus after graduation. She performed at Tokyo Disney, toured with Hamilton as Angela Shura, and yes, found herself on stage with the Queen singing backup for Beyonce's Coachella rehearsals. Now following Cynthia Erivo's footsteps in the 2024 rather, Wicked film, Kebede is stepping into the sparkly shoes of one of Broadway's most beloved characters, all while wearing her Ethiopian roots proudly. Everyone deserves a chance to fly, she told the Associated Press. I'm projecting this message that no matter who you are, what you look like, where you come from, you deserve liberation, you deserve empowerment in the way that the character feels in that moment. It feels like I'm just taking my entire audience. It feels like I'm taking the entire audience in my arms. We cannot wait to meet our new Wicked Witch of the West. Get tickets for Wicked on Broadway to see Kebede shine in her new role. Be sure to check out great off-Broadway performances as well. First of all, congratulations for sure to this beautiful Black sister, and also to shout out to Broadway for being so open, gracious, and kind. I think, it's so amazing that the arts are more accepting sometimes than society. I sincerely mean that fully, because sometimes society really likes to do what they want to do to people that they may not like. You know what I mean? And it's quite sad, because what ends up happening is that when you follow what society wants you to do, you negate people that are good people. So shout out to Broadway for allowing this beautiful sister to be everything that she can be. And so here she is here. Wanna show off this beautiful sister here. So this is the beautiful sister here. Let me get this up.
Who are you?
My Lord, she is gorgeous.
I remember that night, I just might regret that night for the rest of my days. I remember those older boys tripping over themselves, so going always. I remember that dream like a dream that you can't quite place. But Alexander, I'll never forget the first time I saw your face. We've never been the same. Intelligent eyes and a hungry brain. And when you said hi, I forgot my tag name. Set my heart aflame, every heart aflame. This is not a game.
This woman who's never been satisfied.
I'm sure I don't know what you mean when you forget yourself.
You're like me, I'm never satisfied.
Is that right?
I've never been satisfied.
Your name is Angelica Schuyler.
Alexander Hamilton.
Where's your family from?
I'm important, there's a million things I haven't done. Just you wait, just you wait.
So this is what it feels like to match with someone at your level. What the hell is a catch? Just the feeling of freedom.
Yes!
Everything we said in total agreement.
Wow.
I asked about his family. Did you see his answer? His hands are conditioning. He looked at his hands. His hand was fly by the seat of his pants. He can't even run. Oh, when I take my car away from this place, and I try to see my sister's face, and she is she is
Where are you taking me?
I'm about to change your life.
By all means, lead the way.
This makes my heart so happy.
Pleasure to meet you.
Skylar.
My sister.
Oh. It's the mental coordination for me. Oh my God, this is
Thank you for all your service.
It takes finding a wolf for us to meet. It will have been worth it.
I'll leave you to it. I know my sister like I know I can't find you. Will never find anyone as trusting or as kind. If I tell her that I love her, she'd be silent or leave me silent. She would say I'm blind, she'd be lying. The way they feel the certain eyes, Alexander's eyes. His ever romanticize what it might have been if I had its eyes. It meant so quickly. At least my teary eyes is one. At least I keep his eyes in my life.
Wait, are they sliding? That looks like a moonwalk to me. What? Oh, wow. I see why she got higher. She definitely is the 1 to the 2 to be the 3. Woo! That deserved a stand. Yes, that's our elphaba. Okay, that is our elphaba on Broadway. Please go see her. Go give her flowers. Go give her hoodies. Give her everything. I mean, first of all, the voice is beyond heavenly. She looks stunning. And also, too, the mental coordination of Broadway is way different than television. Because that's all live. There's no tape. You know what I mean? There's no, cut to commercial break. There's no, auto tune. That was live. So Yes, and shout out to this content creator, Love Starry Star 33 for recording that. And y'all please go see Wicked on Broadway with that beautiful sister. That was just absolutely fabulously joyful to my spirit, and I hope it was to yours as well. All right, y'all. More Virtual Draw Live coming up right from this space right here, right now. Lip Reader reveals what LeBron was saying to Stephen A. Smith from Men's Journal. The Lip Reader has detailed what LeBron was probably saying. LeBron James had a public confrontation with ESPN's Stephen A. Smith during a Los Angeles Lakers versus New York Knicks game earlier this week. Los Angeles Lakers star was spotted confronting Stephen A. Smith, who was sent courtside during a Thursday night game in Southern California. The video of the incident has gone viral. LeBron James, who typically avoids public confrontations, did not seem to hold back during his moment with Stephen A. Smith. But what LeBron James was saying to Stephen A. Smith, according to a Lip Reader, the conversation went as follows. I'm going to tell you one more time, bro. Keep my son out of the shit, bro. LeBron could be seen saying, according to Lip Readers. Stephen A. Smith has been critical in the past of Bronny James, who was taken by the Lakers in the second round of the 2024 NBA draft. Bronny James, a McDonald's All-American, averaged less than 10 points per game during his lone season at USC. He played sparingly for the Lakers. The ESPN has since confirmed that LeBron was speaking to him about his son. That was LeBron James coming up to me unexpectedly, I might add, to confront me about making sure that I mind what I say about his son. Smith said on Friday's First Take show, can't repeat the words because they ain't suited for the FCC air race. That's what he was doing. That wasn't a basketball player confront me. That was a parent. That was a father. Smith continue. I can't sit here and be angry or feel slighted by LeBron James in any way that regard. By all accounts, he obviously has he's a wonderful family man and wonderful father who cares very deeply about his son. And based on some of the comments he had heard, or shall I say, I think he thought he heard, he clearly took exception to some of the things that he heard me say, and he confronted me about it. Smith added he has nothing but the best wishes for Bronny James. I have nothing but the best wishes for Bronny James. Smith said, I wish him nothing but the best. I hope he flourishes into an NBA star, but in the same breath in time we're talking about him, he was percolating to such a degree that the Bronny James stories had gone viral, and so we had to talk about on First Take. And so when I said the things that I said, I wasn't talking about Bronny James because my attitude, he is a rookie. He's going to take some time to get himself together. He'll be just fine, especially with JJ Redick and the staff coaching him. I was talking about the position he was put in by his dad. Smith had previously said that he was pleading with LeBron James as a father, stop this. And we all know that Bronny James is in the NBA because of his dad. Oh, Stephen A. Jesus Christ, here we go. So, one more time. So, basically, let me expand it out here. Can I do this here? There we go. So right here, I'm gonna tell you one more time, bro. Keep my son out this way. Keep my son out this way. So, let me tell you something. I'm not mad at LeBron. I think if anybody were to talk about my child in a way that was not becoming of their, best nature, I would have some words to say too. I don't think it's right that, anybody can talk about anybody else's child, but yet they can't respond back. So I definitely feel LeBron James on this. He was in the right with what he did. And when has it become a crime for, a father or a mother or for anybody to stand up for themselves? That's my main question for everybody today. So yeah, Stephen A., just stop. And not to mention too, really, if Tom Brady were to get his sons to the NFL, would you be saying anything about Tom Brady? We have seen nepotism from the other side many times. I think that this nepotism in our culture is good. And of course, Bronny James had to do the work. right? Sure, his dad's LeBron James. Sure, he, knows people in Cleveland, he knows people in Miami, he knows people in, LA, but he also knows the NBA. And sure, he probably put a good word in for his son, but guess what? The NBA has to, at the end of the day, make the decision to accept him or not. So to me, I think that, Bronny James deserves to be in the NBA. He's done the work, and Stephen A., you need to stop. Seriously. So let me do Stephen A. Smith. If I can do this here, because I don't think I can play it from ESPN, but I do think I can play it off my phone. Stephen A. Smith.
Thank you for being with us. Obviously, Stephen A., an incredible game last night in LA. You were in the building, and we'll get to what that means for the Lakers and Knicks in just a moment. But S.A., there was a moment in the game that we want to address.
That was LeBron James coming up to me unexpectedly, I might add, to confront me about making sure that I mind what I say about his son. Can't repeat the words because they ain't suited for FCC airwaves. That's what he was doing. I thought long and hard about this over the last few hours because I had no intention, Molly, of talking about this at all.
Yeah.
And the reason why is because it was a one-on-one, I wouldn't say a conversation, but it was a one-on-one confrontation. But then I wake up and everybody from ESPN and my agent and everybody else were sending me that this thing had gone viral. And so ultimately it was unavoidable, and that is why I have to discuss it now. That wasn't a basketball player confronting me. That was a parent. That was a father. And I can't sit here and be angry or feel slighted by LeBron James in any way in that regard. By all accounts, he's obviously a wonderful family man and a wonderful father who cares very, very deeply about his son. And based on some of the comments that he had heard, or shall I say, I think he thought he heard, he clearly took exception to some of the things that he heard me say, and he confronted me about it. For the record, his agent and friend, Rich Paul, has my number. Maverick Carter, who works under him, has my number. LeBron James knows how to get in contact with me if he wanted to. He never called, because had he called and wanted to talk to me, I would have accepted that call. Had he wanted to see me, I would have flown out and I would have seen him and I would have had a conversation man to man. What he elected to do. Instead, he elected to confront me while I was sitting courtside. Ari Emanuel, the head of William Morris Endeavor, one of the agencies that represents me, along with Larry David, was sitting courtside. I was with them for the game. And he walked right up to me and he said what he had to say. And apparently he feels like I was slighting his son. Now let me tell you what I feel. What I would have said if we were in a different environment, because I was not going to engage in a confrontation at that particular moment in that setting. But if we had that conversation, I would have said to LeBron James, I never would speak negatively about your son. I was talking about you, meaning you, LeBron James. I have nothing but the best wishes for Bronny James. I wish him nothing but the best. I hope that he flourishes into an NBA star. Usually in other sports, we see all-stars, and on occasion, we'll see their children become stars as well. That doesn't really happen with the NBA. I sincerely hope he's the exception. By all accounts, he's a wonderful kid. And I don't know anybody who roots against him, and it certainly isn't me. But in the same breath, at the time that we were talking about him, he was percolating to such a degree that the Bronny James stories had gone viral. And so we had to talk about it. And when I said the things that I said, I wasn't talking about Bronny James because my attitude is he's a rookie. It's going to take some time for him to get himself together. He'll be just fine, especially with J.J. Redick and the staff coaching him. I was talking about the position that he was put in by his dad, because LeBron James has been on the record, and he has said, and I'll read the quote here. There was a quote that he gave in February of 2024. The work and results will ultimately do talking, no matter what the size. If y'all don't know, he doesn't care what mock drafts say. He just works, earned, not given, etc., etc. But he also had said,
Hey.
I don't know you put cello. Actually pronounced cello. His son could play on the Lakers right now, and he was better than half the dudes in the NBA. In the aftermath of all of that, he instructed everybody before the draft that y'all want me, draft Bronny. Wherever Bronny is at, that's where I'll be. I'll do whatever it takes to play with my son for you. It's not about the money at that point. My point months ago was that because of who you are, one of the top 2 players in the history of basketball, in my estimation, there's an immense amount of pressure that comes with that for his son. And when he talked like that and what have you, anything that goes awry as it pertains to his son, there's going to be a microscopic eye, even more intensified, on Bronny James because of his dad. And that's when I was talking about, come on, man, this is the situation that you're putting him in. That's where I was coming from. I could be a bit more outspoken about it, but to be quite honest with you, to be in that moment, to have LeBron look at me the way that he did, for me to be a father of 2 daughters, for me to know what fathers, how much love fathers have for their children, and to hear what he had to say, it was all about his son. It was almost as if he was saying, you know, you and I, because he and I don't necessarily vibe, it's high and by, we keep it moving. Neither of us lose sleep over it. And it's been that way for years. But it was like he was saying, keep that between me and you. Almost as if he was thinking that anything that I said about Bronny was a result of him. And in that situation, again, I wasn't talking about Bronny. I was really talking about him because of the position that Bronny was in. But I really understood where he was coming from. He was very, very upset.
Playing Stephen A. Smith, talking about LeBron James and his confrontation at the Lakers game.
I'd have had a conversation with him. He could have been just as upset face-to-face, man-to-man, as opposed to being courtside at the game. I had no idea that everybody saw it until I woke up this morning. But it is what it is. In the end, like I said, you know, I as a father, I get it. I'm not offended. I'm not insulted. I don't have any animosity or animus towards LeBron James for this. Nothing like that. I don't think he cares, but neither do I. I'm just stating fact. None of that exists. If I was in his position, I can't definitively say I would not have done the same thing. Yeah. I'm not blaming him one bit. I get it. I understand it. And there's a part of me that aches and hurts because of it. But unlike a whole bunch of people with their podcast and beyond that talk about the NBA, I covered the NBA. And it's my job to talk about subjects and the subject matters that matter. I work for ESPN. I'm here. We have the #1 morning show for the last 13 years and counting. God has blessed us with that. There's a lot that's going on, and there's a lot of stories that are there to be told. And I just feel it's necessary to remind people, Molly, I was raised as a journalist. Let's be very, very clear about what that means. I'm not one of those that get into people's private affairs. But what you do on a public platform for public consumption, that's what I cover. That's what I do for a living. And if you're in the NBA, that applies to you. I don't want enemies. I live a very good life. I like to make people laugh and smile and have a good time and all of that other stuff. But I also get paid to call it like I see it. And what I said at the time, I stand by what I said. It wasn't even any reporting. The facts were out there. And what I was saying about LeBron is fact-based because of what he said and the things that he said leading up to his son getting drafted and ultimately being in the NBA on the same team as him, as opposed to being a Boston Celtic or Golden State Warrior. There is no way around that. And when you are born and raised as a journalist, not born and raised, but you're raised as a journalist professionally, you don't want enemies, but you ain't paid to make friends. You got to call it like you see it. And that's what I did. So again, in closing, I just want to say, I'm not upset. I don't care. I wish that it wasn't in that kind of atmosphere. I wish it was in a private setting.
Yep.
I don't blame LeBron James for being upset. I don't blame him for being angry. I don't blame him for wanting to confront me, because that wasn't a superstar basketball player that confronted me. He played like one again last night, which just reminds you of his focus and his greatness.
Yeah.
But that wasn't a basketball player that approached me last night.
Let's get
that was a daddy.
What happened before. And Stephen A., I appreciate you putting yourself in his shoes, and I'm glad that LeBron got to address what's on his heart as well.
All right, y'all. That was Stephen A. Smith giving his commentary on that confrontation with LeBron James and him from the Staples Arena. No one calls it the Crypto.com Arena. I will say this to Stephen A. I think he was very contrite. I think that he was very reflective. I think he was humble. And I also get LeBron, right? Because at some point in time, enough has to be enough, where you gotta say what needs to be said. But also, too, I want to point back to something that Stephen A. Smith said in his commentary. He said that, I don't want any enemies, but I'm not paid to make friends. And if it's something in the public sphere that people are talking about, then I got to call it like I see it. I get paid to talk about you, not your private life. And Stephen A.'s right on that. It seems, in the world of commentary, you can't win for losing, because you're going to have half the audience against you and half the audience for you. But what you can do is own up to what you can do, which Stephen A. did that. I think that, moving forward, Stephen A. will be a little bit kinder, a little bit more gracious, and a little bit more humble to other superstars' kids. And today's a new day. And I think that's what I have to say about LeBron James and Stephen A. Smith. So, with that being said, y'all, we're going to take a little commercial break. We'll be back with more Virtual Tour Live right after this, everybody. Like, comment, share, subscribe. We are live on Tour.
Where are the girls that like to have fun? Chicas. Where are the girls that like to have fun? Chicas. Where are the girls that like to have fun? Chicas. Where are the girls that like to have fun? Chicas. Where are the girls that like to have fun? I'm a fun girl, very fun girl, see a shot, take a shot, never run girl. I'm a fun girl, very fun girl, see a shot, take a shot, never run girl. H-I-C-A-S, H-I-C-A-S, H-I-C-A-S. I'm a fun girl, very fun girl, see a shot, take a shot, never run girl. I'm a fun girl, very fun girl, see a shot, take a shot, never run girl. C-H-I-C-A-S, 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 C-H-I-C-A-S.
Sweet boy,
one loved you, and it was plain to see you were my destiny. God, you were found. I come from your face. Our son is your son. Welcome to the celebration. We all we got. I'll see that. Don't you leave here to go for happiness. I want you to leave here to show.
Power 923 Jams and the Arkansas Minority Health Commission encourages you to take the COVID-19 vaccine to help keep you and your loved ones safe. Involved in our community, the People Station, Power 923 Jams. KIPR Pine Bluff, Little Rock, KFOG, Little Rock, a Cumulus Media Station. And now, back to the jams. Hip-hop. Drake.
Girls want girls where I'm from. Yeah, well, girls want girls where
R&B. J. Howell.
Just 'cause I love you and you love me.
And now, bumping back-to-back continuous music with another fresh new jam. Heard here first on the People Station, Power 923 Jams. Power.
Prepare for a journey beyond imagination, beyond belief, beyond anything you've experienced before. Universal Epic Universe, a new theme park where you'll step through extraordinary portals to 5 immersive worlds. Prepare for a cosmic voyage of discovery, an isle of fire-breathing excitement, a shadowy world of monsters and mystery, new wonders in the wizarding world, and a new way to play. Plus the splendor of a magnificent resort hotel overlooking the park. It's all new excitement at Universal Orlando Resort. A week's worth of vacation thrills with 4 amazing theme parks, a variety of spectacular themed hotels, and incredible dining and entertainment. It's all at Universal Orlando Resort, where you'll find new adventures every day. Explore the astonishing worlds of Universal Epic Universe at Universal Orlando Resort.
I'm loving it.
Loving y'all right back. Welcome back into Brainley's virtual tour live. Glad to have all you here. Listen, we kicked off the show with Cardi B giving us a teaser or her, percolations, her speculations, and her dissertations about season 5 trailer of You. And then we watched the trailer and I lost my rabbit ass mind. Oh my Lord. April 24th is going to be madness. Absolute madness. Then we talked about this beautiful sister right here, Lencia Kebede. She is the first Black elphaba on Broadway, and we saw this beautiful sister right here. This is the beautiful sister right here. Let me pause it right here for y'all. This is the beautiful sister. We watched her sing Satisfied from Hamilton as Angela Schiller, and she threw down. Do you hear me? So please go see her on Broadway. An amazing, beautiful sister there. And then we talked about LeBron James and Stephen A. Smith. There was a confrontation on the court there, and according to the lip reader read out, I'm gonna tell you one more time, keep my son out this shit, bro. And Stephen A. Smith responded. You got to hear the audio here. And my Lord Jesus, a lot going on there for sure. So, woo, man, a lot going on right here on Virtual Tour Live. Brainley's Virtual Tour Live, that is. Let's roll on with the Hollywood Reporter. Issa Rae says diversity needs a better publicist. The anti-DEI, the immediate reaction retraction rather of any efforts to level the playing field and focus on our stories. I think it comes from a big misunderstanding and a fear, the creator actress argued at South by Southwest keynote conversation. Issa Rae has been vocal about her disappointment with Hollywood's stalled efforts to tell a wider array of stories, and the situation on that front has grown even more dire since she last opined on the subject. During a Saturday keynote conversation at South by Southwest, the creator and actress revisited the subject in wake of many Hollywood's diversity, equity, inclusion efforts shuttering or rebranding in the wake of the second 47's administration's hard stance against DEI. I think DEI needs a better publicist, said Rae. The anti-DEI, the immediate retraction of any efforts to level the playing field and focus on our stories. I think it comes from a big misunderstanding and a fear. Rae went on to joke that her own publicist was too busy to take on diversity as a client. Echoing some of her past frustrations, she also spoke a bit more optimistically about Hollywood's executive ranks in a 2024 Time cover story. She said there weren't a lot of smart executives anymore. Some of these executives that are coming up are fighting to get new voices despite resistance, despite their jobs being on the line. She said, I admire those who are still pushing for diverse stories despite mandates. Rae was among the first public figures to distance themselves from the Kennedy Center in the wake of 47's coup at the storied institution, naming himself chairman. Her feelings on the country's hard right swing were not articulated during the discussion, but they were certainly alluded to. Rae, as she explained, it sees a downside to Hollywood figures getting too vocal. Sometimes the onus is put on celebrities to put their voices out there. She said, I'm just like, y'all shut the fuck up and just support the people who are doing the work and do that silently. That's the best way to make change, not to make yourself the center of it, but to find somebody on the grassroots level and put your weight behind them. Rae was on hand to promote the miniseries Seen and Heard, which chronicles the history and exploitation of Black representation on TV. We want to make a comprehensive story to be able to showcase with evidence that this is how they built the success of their networks on our backs, said Rae, and that we almost don't have anything to show for it. Its tragic history repeats itself, is all I'll say. There was optimism, however, especially when the conversation turned to her recent success as a producer on the SZA and Kiki Bump comedy One of the Days. Rotten Tomatoes Awards editor Jacqueline Coley asked how she approached the skepticism around the project. You approach it with a lot of frustration, explained Rae. We just wanted an opportunity to be successful. To get a theatrical release was already a huge milestone for us. One of them days, which is still in theaters, has already grossed nearly $50 million on rather modest budget. Seen and Heard screens at South by Southwest on Saturday evening before hitting HBO and Max later in the year. First of all, I do agree with Issa Rae that diversity needs a new publicist. It is quite sad that we have a racist bigot and everything in between in the White House that can erase us through policy, that can retract resources and basically make this, how can I put this workforce plantation the way that he wants it. I told y'all about societal slavery a long time ago. I told y'all about that. So I totally agree with Issa Rae. I think that this is going to be detrimental because guess what? At the end of the 4 years when he's finally out, are y'all really going to go back to diversity, equity, and inclusion because the president is out? And believe me, I know what it is to stand up for what is right or what you believe is right, and you get ostracized and cast away and thrown away. But y'all, come on. Without y'all, there is no economy. Without y'all, he has nothing to run. And guess what? Without us consuming anything, Hollywood is dead. And this is coming from the person, not Issa Rae, but this is coming from the president that was on one of the networks that he hates. He was enjoying being famous on NBC as the host of The Apprentice. We read an article where there was a lot more behind the scenes of The Apprentice than meets the eye. So, my Lord Jesus, just a damn shame. Just a damn shame. With that being said, here is more here from Variety.com just to support the first article here. From Variety.com, Issa Rae on Black TV history. They built the success of their networks on our back, and we also don't have anything to show for it. Issa Rae is working to spotlight the history of Black television with her upcoming HBO docuseries Seen and Heard, where she discussed at length in a keynote conversation at South by Southwest. The moderator, Ron Tomatoes, Jacqueline Coley, described the first episode of Seen and Heard as focusing on how studios in the past used Black audiences and then ended them as soon as it was convenient. Rae, she said, wanted to dive into that history because it sounds like a conspiracy on the surface, but producing the documentary proved to her just how that trend had played out. It's one thing to say, you might have heard someone say that in the history of television and the history of particular networks, Rae said, but we have to be but to have the actual creators, showrunners, and writers chronicle the history of that is undeniable. We want to make a comprehensive history and showcase with evidence that this is how they built the success of their networks on our backs. And we also don't have anything to show for it. As a result, it's tragic and history repeats itself. TV giants like Oprah Winfrey, Tyler Perry, Shonda Rhimes, Ava DuVernay, Norman Lear, and more appear throughout the series. And while their careers are already well documented, Rae said several of them reveal unknown aspects of trajectories in their interviews. They have these incredible stories, and they may not have been asked questions about their journey and their vision in this particular way. She said to be able to get Oprah, to be able to give Marad Block Akil her flowers, to be able to have Tyler Perry talk about his journey, creating a studio that so many of us aspire to. Watching it myself and hearing some of these stories for the first time inspires me. The ending of that documentary inspires me to do more and get my shit together. Rae also revealed that watching reality TV was a major factor that motivated her early in her career, but not necessarily in a positive way. She calls the genre her villain origin story. She was initially inspired to work in TV by Black sitcoms like Moat to the E to the Moesha, Girlfriends, Martin, I'm the man, and what? Yeah. Oh, so really? Is this what we're gonna do? Y'all saw the thumbnail. You know my voice, and damn it, you know why you here. I give you extra, purposefully and unpurposefully. Sometimes there was no way I was gonna read those three titles of those shows and not do the theme song. Come on. But by the mid to late aughts, there was a dearth of Black scripted shows on the air. The disappearance of that infuriated me, but then the advert of reality television, specifically where the portrayal of Black women was concerned, made me upset. And it was just because it was all we had. As much as I enjoyed watching it and gathered all my friends to my little college apartment, it was still like, let's watch this bullshit. It was hate watching. Rae then recalled an infamous moment from Flavor of Love, the dang show starring Flavor Flav, that drove her to speak up and do something herself. There was this girl named Something, because he gave all the nicknames that were sometimes disrespectful, and she needed to use the restroom. She said they were doing a ceremony, so the producers told her that she couldn't go to the bathroom, and she ended up ishing on the floor on TV, and they still aired it. You know, that reminds me of, I was just watching the soap, not the soap opera, but the scripted drama that I told you guys about that goes behind the scenes of reality TV and stuff. And there's this character named Hot Rachel, and she ished on herself, and they filmed it and they were going to air it. So that kind of reminded me of that. Rae continued, I was like, this is humiliating, and this is all Black women have on television right now, because Girlfriends was gone, all these other shows have disappeared. That's why I started filming, blogging, and talking a bunch of shit. And someone was like, you talk a lot of mess. Why don't you go make something? So shout out to that person. Yeah, shout out to that person for sure, because we got Issa Rae on our side. And I fully agree, you know. You know, in the words of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., our lives begin to end when we become silent on the things that matter. So I fully agree with Issa Rae. And I do hope that in the future for all of us that, you know, we are better than where we were. because we are investing the energy to get to where we want to be as a people. It's quite sad to see what's happening in the country. And believe me, it's not just in politics. It's also in society that there's this side and there's that side. And the gag is, regardless of if you're on this side or that side, they're trying to take out all sides. So there won't be a side to hear from. And that's fucking sad. That people can't see that. They don't want to be a solution to combat that. They want to be a problem to break up all sides. Yeah. So with that being said, let's roll on. More of Brainley's Virtual Tour live coming up right in space right here, right now. We talked about Stephen A. Smith with LeBron James, and Stephen A. Smith is going to be joining somebody that he has not talked to in over a decade. Yes, indeed. There, as it loads up for me there. Here we go. From Awful announcing, Stephen A. Smith joins Skip Bayless podcast and first reunion since First Take Split. The episode is reportedly set to be released early next week. Since Skip Bayless opted to depart from ESPN in favor of the lead role of FS1's Undisputed in 2016, the careers of both he and former First Take co-host Stephen A. Smith have gone in vastly different directions, but for the first time since their breakup, the two are reportedly set to come together. Smith is obviously one of the premier voices in sports media. It has been for quite some time. And while Bayless may not be at the peak of his powers without role on TV anymore, after parting ways with Fox Sports 1 this past August, his voice certainly still holds weight in the sports media landscape. According to a report from Ryan Glass-Steagall of Front Office Sports, Bayless recently taped an episode of his podcast, Skip Bayless Show, where he was joined by Smith. The episode is reportedly set to be released early next week. Glassbreak Kieran, Skip Bayless taped the episode of his podcast, Stephen A. Smith, to release early next week. It's the first time since they've been together on air. Since Bayless left First Take for Fox Sports 1 in 2016. So it has almost been a decade from 2016 to 2026, right? And that's from Ryan Spiegel from Front Office there. It will certainly be interesting to see what topics will be discussed by the two former on-air partners. One will assume that they will address the reasoning for why they went their separate ways, which both Smith and Bayless have discussed separately on numerous occasions. Of course, there's been some back and forth. There was one time how, they talked about, covering the NBA finals and this, that, and the third. So there's a lot of history that has happened between Skip Bayless and Stephen A. Smith since Skip Bayless left ESPN, and I am sure that they will have many things to talk about. Another topic that the two share is working alongside Shannon Sharp, so perhaps we will hear about how both of them perceive Sharp as a co-host. Smith has been adamant that he has no plans of working alongside Bayless in the future, which he was asked about shortly after Bayless was let go by Fox Sports 1. So don't expect this one-off podcast to spark some sort of lasting reunion between the two. While the two may never work together again, they have been quite complimentary of each other when reflecting on what they meant for each other's careers. So it'll be interesting to hear the two longtime partners again whenever that podcast episode ends up dropping. And I may actually review the podcast because I'm curious myself to hear what Skip Bayless has to say to Stephen A. Smith and what Stephen A. Smith has to say to Skip Bayless. This is one of the most dynamic duos in all the sports media, just like Mike and Mike in the morning. And, there's something about sports media that's different than entertainment media. It is the storied history of all the teams and all the people in the front office. That's why they call it front office sports, to reflect, the business, what happens in the front office. And the players and the fans and how long the franchise have been around. It's the Marvel universe in real life. And to have this reunion of these two people, what a time to be alive. So I'm looking forward to it. I think I might actually review. I've never reviewed anything from Skip Bayless before, but this is going to be a monumental podcast episode for sure. All right, y'all. So as y'all know, Epic Universe is coming May 22nd, 2025. And so let me pull this up here. because I'm gonna need some help from a good person that I know. Oh man, I say that jokingly, of course. Everybody, I say that jokingly, of course. Give me one moment here. Nope, stop. I love what we do over here. I really do. And wait. Come on, give it to me now. Roll it.
It's a new dawn. It's a new day. It's a new life for me.
Yes, indeed.
And I'm feeling good.
Vacations
will never be the same, baby. No, they will not.
To the 4 parks of Universal Orlando Resort.
Yes, indeed. With that being said, let's get to the getting and doing what we do. Yes, indeed. Here we go, y'all. So from Universal theme. There we go. From Universal Parks News Today, an update here about Epic Universe. So Epic Universe Celestial Park to feature original characters. Universal's Epic Universe will have original characters mentioned, if not appearing at Celestial Park, according to new shop descriptions and trademarks. Celestial Park shops and characters. Universal just added Epic Universe to the Universal Orlando Resort app, revealing some details about the park. This includes new shop names and descriptions, particularly for Celestial Park. So even though the park is not open yet, if you download the Universal Orlando Resort app on your phone, you can actually see the park like now, which, you know, is a very good marketing tool, because guess what? Now, as you're, at Universal Orlando Resort, you're at Islands of Adventure at Volcano Bay, which is the 3rd theme park. Now, water park, the 3rd theme park. Okay. Some respect on Volcano Bay's name. Good damn. But as you're walking around those 3 parks, you can look at Epic Universe and, start to conjure up what can be from this great new park. And so, as we can see here, is there a way to shut that down? I'm trying to get rid of that banner. Oh, there it is. Thank you very much. Okay, I'm like, what the hell? Okay, seriously? Sorry, y'all. There's usually an X button. Okay, anyway, we'll roll on. So here it is. So Sensorium Emporium and Lens Flare. So right here, Sensorium Emporium, Explorer Vincent Various has converted his workshop into a variety of stores at Celestial Park, including Sensorium Emporium, where you'll find an endless variety of merchandise. Then at Lens Flare, at Sensorium Emporium Lens Flare shop, explorers can take home keepsakes of their adventures throughout Universal's Epic Universe. So this is where they will be right there. The world shops include Sensorium near the front entrance of Epic Universe, suggested that it may be the park's flagship store. The shop description reads, Explorer Vincent Various has converted his workshop into a variety of stores at Celestial Park, including Sensorium Emporium, where you'll find an endless variety of merchandise. The other shops included in Vincent's Various workshop converge in the surrounding area are Lens Flare, where guests can pick up photos, Moonship chocolates and Celestial Sweets, a confectionery or bakery, North Star Wintry Wonders, a holiday shop, and Other Worlds Mercantile, which sells merchandise from the parks of the world. So that is super neat. Lego World, How to Train Your Dragon, Island of Mirth, Dark Universe, and of course, the Wizarding World, Harry Potter, Ministry of Magic. Coinciding with the app update, Universal has filed 2 trademarks and a service mark for Vincent Various. One trademark covers clothing namely shirts and tops, dresses, skirts, pants, trousers, jeans, shorts, bombers, overalls, shirts, sweatpants, sweatsuits, gloves, suspenders, ties, coats, and jackets, hosiery, pajamas, robes, sleep shirts, sleepwear, swimwear, underwear, Halloween costume, infant wear, cloth, baby bibs, hats, headwear, namely cap, shoes, boots, and slippers. That's interesting. That's very interesting. The second trademark covers toys, games, and playthings, namely action figures and accessories. Therefore, bath toys, kites, toy building blocks, board games, action skill games, manipulative games, target games, bubble making, wand and solution sets, children multiple activity toys, costume bags, mechanical toys, toy vehicles, and accessories. Therefore, dolls, doll accessories, doll clothing, beanbag dolls, toy figures and accessories. Therefore, play figures and toys, flying discs, jigsaw puzzles, marbles, plush toys, puppets, ride-on toys, skateboards, balloons, roller skates, toy banks, wire squaring toys, stuffed toys, Christmas tree ornaments, LU, and for playing electronic games adapted for use with external display screen on monitor, golf and sports balls, stress relief exercise balls. Universal said you ain't getting a damn thing. But of course, they will always try to find the loophole as the world turns. Yes, indeed. Shout out to that great soap opera. Also, shout out to Beyond the Gates, which you can catch weekdays at 2 Eastern, 1 Central, only on CBS. Just a sidebar there. The service mark covers entertainment services in the nature of a film series, television series, short form entertainment content, video podcasts in the field of news, sports, comedy, drama, music, and variety content, entertainment services in the nature of production and distribution of film, television series, short form entertainment, videos, podcasts, games featuring news, entertainment, sports, comedy, drama, music, and variety content, providing images, non-downloadable videos, and multimedia content in the field of news, sports, and entertainment via the internet, mobile, wireless networks, non-downloadable interactive game software, non-downloadable interactive software in the field of entertainment, amusement park attraction, and theme park services, presentation of live show performances, providing water park services, providing recreational areas for entertainment and amusement, namely interactive play areas, organizing events in the field of news, sports, and entertainment, organizing contest displays and exhibits in the field of news, sports, and entertainment, provided on demand and retail, rental of film, television series, short form entertainment content, videos, podcasts, and games in the fields of news, sports, comedy, drama, music, and variety content, online non-downloadable electronic publications, namely text and graphic featuring news, sports, and entertainment. Whoo, child, that was a lot. But you know, the one thing I didn't see, Universal, I did not see any long form entertainment content. I did not see that. So y'all might need to go back and get that. But it's interesting because if we go to, hey, Nikki News, good to see you, my friend. Hey, hey, by the way, did you enjoy this morning's virtual tour destination roundup? I hope you guys enjoyed that. I gave you guys the episode 10 review in the middle of the night. So I gave you something in the midnight hour if you were up, and then I gave you that virtual tour destination roundup at 10 a.m. leading up to the show. Normally I release on Fridays, but I'm like, you know what? This is our channel, and y'all know how we roll. Y'all know how we get down. Y'all know how we are about to hire that's waiting. So I hope you enjoyed it this morning. Nikki News on narcissism, and shout out to everybody for all the love, kindness, and investment that you still put into me day after day. Is not lost, is not forgotten. I am genuinely humbled by it all. Thank you so much. So with that being said, I want to bring up something here, if I may, to you good people, because you know around here we're all about connecting the dots. Shout out to Make It Make Sense, by the way. A great male content career. Like, comment, share, subscribe to that good brother right there. I think he was going through some things with his family. I saw that on the community wall, but I just wanted to shout out that brother because he is such a good brother. He actually came by the channel. Also, Jeremy Speaks as well. Shout out to that good brother as well. Let me see here. I know that there was supposed to be. Give me a moment, y'all. I know what I'm looking for. Here it is here. So this is Celestial Park. Animated. By the way, we just went through the Chronos. So this Chronos right here, this is where you will go through to enter into this epic universe. So, and then they have the Celestials, which is this society of amazing people, and they utilize the Chronos to power their world. So just want to give you a little context. How to Train Your Dragon. Stardust Racers, where it's a dueling launch coaster, so you will be literally riding on a shooting star, and the roller coasters, both dueling roller coasters, actually light up. So it's one thing during the day, but at night it will literally be glowing like a star. That's Harry Potter. That's that portal there. Water. This is Destination Carousel. That's going to be a seafood restaurant. I guess that's answer now, just right in front of me. There's super bingo world right there. I think that's going to be a gift now. Pizza Moon. Of course, the big day, the big owner, the biggest monster of them all, literally and figuratively, Clark Universe. It's alive, it's alive, it's alive. Blue Dragon restaurant. We spin that camera right there. There's the Grand or Helios Hotel. And there is Epic Universe. Universal's Epic Universe opening, launching, for all, May 22nd, 2025. That should be a good time had right there. Now, I say all of that, right? Because we have this original character, right? And this original character is named Vincent Various. And it's interesting because right here, as you can see, they have these teasers here. So they had the portal teaser for How to Train Your Dragon, Wizarding World of Harry Potter, Dark Universe, and Super Nintendo World. What teaser do you not see? You don't see Celestial Park. So, asked under one of the comments, under one of the videos here, asked right here, is there a Celestial Park teaser coming? Hang on. Y'all know we have our receipts around here, as we often do. Right here, because we covered this article during our Volcano Bay nights, and also to the marketing live that we did on Epic Universe. And I'm going to go to a particular quote here from her name is Alice Northworthy. I want to go to something that she said here. And by the way, shout out to the Hollywood Reporter, who has the very first Black and African American, who has the very first African American and first African American female to be the editor in chief of the Hollywood Reporter, which her name is editor in chief Hollywood Reporter. Let me see here. What is she not? Oh, Nikessa Moody. Yep. Nikessa Moody is the editorial director there. So shout out to her there for sure. But actually, I'm not sure she's still there, because I'm like, hey man, what? Oh, wait a minute, she must have left it. Never mind. Still a great platform. Sad that she's no longer there. That's sad. My Lord Jesus. All right, man. All good in the neighborhood. All good in the neighborhood. She will definitely land on her feet. She was the entertainment lifestyle editor at the Associated Press, so she will be fine. I can't wait to see where she ends up next. With that being said, I want to go to this quote from Alice Northworthy. Let's see here. Right here, it says here you have spots for 4 lands, but Epic Universe has 5 with Celestial Park. Can you talk about the decision to not yet have a spot for that 5th park? In the collection, we tried to provide the breadth and scope of what our offering is in all 5 of the lands, but we focus on those 4 lands because those are places that people dream of going. Super Nintendo World, the Wizarding World, Harry Potter, Ministry of Magic, How to Train Your Dragon, Alan Wake, and Dark Universe, which is showcasing the history of Universal's classic monsters. We do know that once people visit Celestial Park, our 5th world, they'll dream of coming back because they will have that same level of emotion and experience that we're providing in the other lands. So now that you have an original character, right, you have to now do a teaser. There's no way that you can not do that. Like, let me go back here because I want to make sure that we all are on the same page here. So this character right here, Explorer Vincent Various, has converted his workshop into a variety of stores at Celestial Park, including Sensorium Emporium, where you'll find an endless variety of merchandise. So because you're going to have original characters and you have this explorer named Vincent Various, you now have to do a teaser, a forward teaser rather, for that park. If you don't, it flies in the face of what y'all are doing at Universal. Now listen, as a storyteller, I'm just keeping a buck with you. I'm excited. I'm here for it. I've been covering it. But also, too, I got to call it like I see it. And if you're doing all these so if you're doing all these, trademarks, right? So you did one trademark for clothing, you did another trademark for toys, you did another trademark for entertainment services. You gotta give the people what they want. So where's the teaser? That's why I'm wondering. The variety of items and entertainment listed does not mean Universal plans to make so many products with the name that's various. They are just covering their bases. It's one thing to cover your bases, but also too, in the same token, why cover all your bases if y'all don't? Then the Kool-Aid ain't sweet here. I don't like being played with in my face. I don't. Okay, I don't like people playing in my face. I just don't. In other circumstances, ride and jump on, but that's neither here nor there. Listen, at Moonship, chocolates is celestial sweet. Shout out to all the healthy beards out there for sure. Anyway, it's all good. At this Celestial Park confectionery, you'll enjoy sweets and treats discovered by young Maya of the Skies and her marvelous moonship. So this is what that's looking like there. North Star Wintry Wonders. Holidays cheer is always in supply at North Star Wintry Wonders, Universal's epic universe's shop for holiday gifts, toys, and more, ornaments, and more. So I'm assuming that when Grinchmas comes, that will be times 10. And then other words, merchandise. Discover wares from realms beyond other worlds mercantile. Shop in this bustling marketplace. You'll find goods collected by explorers throughout Universal's epic universe. Right here, Vincent Varys isn't the only original character revealed in Celestial Park. Shop descriptions: Moonship, chocolates, and celestial sweets featured Maya of the Skies. At the Celestial Park Confectionery, you'll enjoy sweets and treats discovered by young Maya of the Skies and her marvelous Moonship. The residents of Celestial Park are known as Celestians. They maintain the Chronos device, which powers the magic of Epic Universe, allowing guests to visit other worlds. How to Train Your Dragon, How a Birth the Wizard World, Harry Potter, Ministry of Magic, Dark Universe, Super Nintendo World. The Epic Universe information revealed in the Universal Orlando app is subject to change. Universal has already removed the mention of virtual queues from the park's worlds. There are no shops listed for Dark Universe. So here's the thing, right? You saw the fly through, right? And yes, this park is very exciting for sure. So you saw the fly through, and you saw that quote from Alice Nornsworthy of "Why is there not a teaser?" And they did a mark for short form content. Universal, if you are going to create a Celestial Park movie franchise based on the Celestials, I see you. I hear the quiet part that's not being said out loud, and y'all need to get y'all ish together, because let me tell you something, there's other theme park nerds like myself that they're seeing it for what it is. Because you're gonna have a character called Maya in the Skies and Vincent Various, and the people in the park are called Celestians, and you have Constellation Carousel and Stardust Racers, and you have the Chronos, and you have this whole theming of this park based on astrology and space, and you're not going to make a movie franchise off of it. I see you, and I see y'all at Universal. Don't play in my face now, okay? Listen, for everybody that's like, good damn, Brand, what did Universal do to you? They haven't done nothing to me personally. This is my media brain. Nikki News has been here many times when this has happened. The best way I can describe this to you all is through this video. Give me a moment, okay? Because this is what happens when I have an idea. Okay, so I'm gonna bring in a good friend. It's going to explain my energy, because we both have the same energy. Okay, so just give me a moment as I bring up my friend here. Okay, here we go.
Come on. Think. Brain blast!
That's what happens when I get into my media game, okay? That's exactly what happens. So if you're not used to me, it's gonna look like I am off my rocker, okay? But I am telling you right now, them doing a Vincent Various as an original character, them doing Maya of the Skies, and then they doing all these trademarks for clothing and toys and entertainment. Now, they did not say any long form content. They said short form content, but I'm assuming that they're going to go back and get that trademark for that long form content, because they will be making a movie franchise off of this. Because guess what? The movie franchise will fuel them to come to Celestial Park at Epic Universe, and that will fuel all the other worlds as well. Because guess what? You have Super Nintendo World with the Super Mario Brothers movie that's going to be coming out next year, which, let me get that data for y'all. See, I'm seeing shit. I am seeing shit. Hang on. Super Mario Brothers movie 2 release date. Super Mario Bros. 2. That will be April 3rd of 2026. If you don't think that there is not going to be a premiere from Epic Universe with Super Nintendo World, you must be out your ever-loving mind. Okay? Then you got How to Train Your Dragon Howler Burke. There's a live action movie of that coming out. How to Train Your Dragon live action. The release date for that will be June 13th, 2025. Gee, I wonder what's open during that time. Oh my God, Epic Universe. Now, I know what you're thinking. Now, here's the gag, okay? Now, Warner Brothers Pictures owns the rights to Harry Potter. However, if you don't know about rights, there are many different ways to get to the bag, right? As we often hear. For example, Marvel. Do you know why there is Marvel at Disney's California Adventure and why there's Marvel at Universal Orlando's Islands of Adventure? It's because Marvel sold the theme park rights to Universal back in the 90s. There's this thing called Marvel Superhero Island, okay? So the reason why you don't see any Marvel name branding is because, guess what? Universal got the theme park rights. And Universal has the theme park rights in perpetuity, which means forever, as long as they stay within the confines of what Marvel wants. So Universal got the theme park rights because the gag was Disney first had the crack at Harry Potter. Now, if there's any new Harry Potter movie to come out, of course there's going to be a premiere, and that will be happening at Universal Orlando Resort. And then, of course, I know what you're thinking. So, Brian, are you saying Dark Universe is going to have a movie too? Duh! What? So now you have 5 movie franchises happening, okay? So listen, just keeping a book with you, okay? All right. More updates from Universal Parks News today. Right here, new details revealed about Epic Universe's Celestial Park story, nighttime show, and more. In a recent interview on the Discover Universal podcast, Universal Crib revealed details about the story and nighttime light show of Celestial Park, the central land of Epic Universe. Jay Cloward, assistant director, and Catherine Jean, director of Crib, appeared on the podcast to talk about Celestial Park as a world between worlds powered by the Chronos machine, which has mysterious origins. The Chronos draws power from the universe to sustain the enchantment of vitality of Celestial Park and opens the portals to Epic Universe's other worlds. Guests will enter Epic Universe below the Chronos, as seen of the concept above. So this right here is the Chronos. Now, right here's the Chronos. Now, from the walkthrough, it was only that. Now, Universal, I'm just going to be real with you. It would have been cool to have that portal be like an LED screen, and it's just like yellow light just surging, and then that, how can I put it? LED, wrap around, wall, and then you have like these LED doors, and then they open, and then that's the Chronos. Now, listen, Universal Crib, you've done a fabulous job. I'm not telling y'all what to do. I'm just giving suggestions, okay? This is a public conversation, so I get to talk about y'all. Cloudword, as that Celestial Park is the connected tissue of the worlds, and the Chronos is a whirling, moving machine. A vendor in Italy is creating the device, and Cloudword said they recently saw a test video of its spin. They also referred to the machine as a celestial cipher. Though we don't know who built the Chronos, we do know it's very old. People have come to live in Celestial Park and maintain the device as well as the land. These residents are known as Celestians. They figured out how to build the parts of the portals. Cloudword described the process of stepping from Celestial Park into one of the intellectual property-based lands as an experience. These portals will start with Celestial Park theme, but guests will then pass plasma screens as that will make them feel like they are walking through swirling nebula. Okay, see, we see each other. We see each other. We see each other. Okay? See. Once again, Jimmy, can you do it one more time for me? Can you let them know how me and you work Jimmy Neutron?
Come on, think.
Thank you, good sir. Appreciate you, Jimmy, as always. Yes, indeed. There. Back to our story here. I feel, and many of us feel, it will revolutionize theme parks moving forward. Cloudwork said of Epic Universe Celestial Park. He added, putting the park aspect back into theme parks was more than just a statement. It was a driving force that shaped the development of Celestial Park. Celestial Park will have 26 gardens, each with individual theming and different plants. Some of the gardens are connected story-wise to restaurants or attractions. They are more for the aesthetic beauty of relaxation and appreciating nature, Gene said. Regarding the transition from day to night, Gene said that they have a big transformation plan. The story behind the show is that Apollo, god of the sun, takes care of the radiance of the day. At dusk, he passes the baton to Luna, the goddess of the moon, who's in charge of the luminescence of night. A ceremony with beautiful music will slowly bring the lights up, growing with the swells of music until a burst of light followed by a dancing of light throughout everything, the plants, the trees, the buildings. It's like a fireworks of light. After the ceremony is complete, the land is fully lit for the evening. Celestial Park will have a completely custom soundtrack, the most custom music Universal has ever commissioned, and that is Stardust Racers there. Cowher added how Stardust Racers will also change in the night. The Dueling Coaster is one of Universal's largest ever. They chose not to light the coaster track at night, meaning the intricate pulsing lights on the coaster trains will have a chance to shine, making them look more like comets strewn throughout the night sky. So they could have lit up this track right here. But also, too, I understand why they're doing that, because if you see here, it looks more streamlined. Because think about it, you already have a roller coaster, right? That it's already LEDs on, and then you have light up track. It's like a big flashlight. It's like a mag, those black mag flashlights. Like, excuse me, who are you? Who are you? What are you doing? Where'd y'all come from? Huh? You don't want a big mag flashlight as an attraction, okay? So listen, as we roll on here, this means the intricate pulsing lights on the coaster trains will have a chance to shine to make them look more like comets shooting through the night sky. Another Celestial Park attraction is Constellation Carousel. McCloud says he doesn't like to call the ride carousel. He says it's so much more than a carousel. The ride system consists of 4 ride tables. There's one large surface with 3 smaller tables inside. All of them can function and rotate independently. Each ride vehicle has its own independent pitch. So they can turn, rotate, and go up and down. They can go up to 6 feet in the air. Different constellations like Ursula Major, Big Dipper inspired the ride vehicles. The animal vehicles include lions, dragons, and peacocks. Clower and Gene predicts guests will pick their favorites and want to come back to ride different ones. Constellation Carousel will have 8 different music tracks, so guests waiting in the queue probably won't hear the same program more than twice. Gene says like a bejeweled music box. Hashtag Alabaster Box from CC Winans. Shout out to her. The last celestial attraction is Astronomica, a splash pad with a compass rose design. It can act as its own set of fountains, but it can also be programmed to link with maybe one of the major fountain shows. Gene was careful not to say that it would definitely link to other shows. It also has its own soundtrack, which fountain just interact with. The main show lagoon is called the Cosmos. Water just can shoot higher than the Grand Helios Hotel if they want, but we're gonna probably try not to, because we know how high the winds get in Florida. If we did that, we would drench everyone in the park. I don't think anybody would be upset by that at all. It's Epic Universe. It's going to be epic. Lean into it. Y'all been doing it the whole time anyway. Atlantic is the land's fine dining restaurant meant to resemble a giant Victorian aquarium. So all of that is water. So you will be dining there. You'll be able to have a beautiful view of the gardens around you. Really, in this amazing park. The outside is all glass, inside mechanical fish or biomechanical lanterns. Gene says swim across the ceiling so even people outside can look in and see the fish moving through the aquarium. Real cast bronze sculptures also decorate Atlantic. Another restaurant is Oaken Star, a traveler's crossroad barbecue restaurant. That's where I will be. He is decorated with murals of little critters and stained glass panels. There we go. The last restaurant is the Blue Dragon, a Pan-Asian restaurant. It's always nighttime inside the Blue Dragon, which resembles a market with a patio and bar lanterns move up and down in the space there. Watch the whole Discovery Universal podcast episode by Celestial Park below. So here it is here, and it's half an hour, y'all. Okay, so listen, I may come back another time and we can watch the podcast together and everything else. But y'all, there is no way in hell they're not gonna make a movie franchise out of this. Ain't no way. You mean to tell me that this dragon, the little critters, the biometric lanterns, the mechanical fish, okay? Now I'm just looking everything up. The main show called The Cosmos and the water jets and how that can be, you know, one of the elements in this part, because we already got Maya of the sky, so that's air. You got water, then you got fire, right? And then you have earth, which is the gardens. Universal, don't play with me. Not play with me. And you're probably wondering where fire is coming from. Fire is going to be surrounded by Celestial Park because, you know, as we saw here, right here, Apollo is the god of the sun, so of course they're going to have fire there. But also too, when you think of fire, you also going to think your How to Train Your Dragon Island of Dark. Okay, so you got air, fire, water, and air. Okay, so you got Luna, the goddess of the moon. You have Apollo, god of the sun, and then you have, you know, all of the animals, right, of Constellation Carousel. Then you have the Celestials, right? Not to mention 26 gardens with individual theming and plants. Some of the gardens are connected story-wise to restaurants and attractions. And then, of course, they don't know who built the Chronos, but we do know it's very old. Y'all can explore that in the movie franchise, okay? So I'm seeing the game for what it is. So I'm very, very excited about all this. Now, all of this reminded me of something. And I want to show y'all that right now. Okay, now remember Vincent Various, okay? That's our explorer. I'm going to play this video from Yesterworld Entertainment. Like, comment, share, subscribe to Yesterworld. A great, great channel here. Here we go.
When it comes to Disney shopping, dining, and recreational offerings, there are few as, dare I say, pleasant as Disney Springs. It's cohesively well-themed, yet at the same time diverse, and perfect for the entire family. However, this wasn't always the case, and at one point in time hosted one of Disney's most bizarre and off-brand ventures in the company's legacy, Pleasure Island. But to fully appreciate this adult-centric Disney nightclub venue and what happened, we have to go back pretty...
There is something big in here that is going to link it back to Epic Universe. And nowhere, I will let you know when that cue comes up.
Far in the Disney timeline. So while the journey to get to the primary topic of this episode is a bit more lengthy than usual, trust me when I say it's a trip worth taking. Now with that being said, sit back, relax, and let's explore the rise and fall of Pleasure Island and the lesser known history of how it came to be. The story begins in the 1960s, right around the time Walt Disney was buying up property for Project Florida, aka Walt Disney World. You see, when going over the available swampland for Epcot and the future Disney parks, a very particular parcel of property caught his eye. It was an area within Reedy Creek known as Black Lake, southeast of Bay Lake and near Highway 535 and Interstate 4. But as far as why this piece of land caught his eye, it's because it was literally crossed out and not to be considered for purchase. This had been done by Disney's legal counsel Bob Foster, as he felt the property would take a lot of effort to acquire, and with Project Florida not a single moment could be spared. Why? Well, at the time Orlando swampland was dirt cheap, but Disney knew that the second word got out they were the ones buying up the property, this would no longer be the case. So to avoid owners raising their prices exponentially, Disney was purchasing the Florida land in complete secret. For this reason, only property that was easily and quickly obtainable was part of the initial acquisition plan, and the acreage that was crossed out would have required far more time for negotiations. But due in part to its close proximity to the freeways, not to mention the 2 future Disney parks, Walt Disney believed it would make the ideal place for a shopping, dining, and entertainment center. However, even more than that, at one point he envisioned this as a sort of urban smaller-scale Epcot, a city of yesterday where people could live, work, and invest in the local economy. So Walt Disney insisted they purchase the land anyway, and as predicted, the troublesome piece of property wound up delaying the entire Florida project by a year. Thankfully, this wasn't that big of an issue, as by the time news did break out of who was behind the mysterious property purchases, Disney had already bought the desired 27,400 acres for about $5 million, or just over $41 million today. But just as a quick fun fact, after the news broke, nearby property sold for upwards of $80,000 an acre, and at that price, the Disney property would have cost a whopping $2.2 billion to acquire, or with inflation, $18,343,065,683.38.
I don't think you mentioned the amount of money at the initial investment. That would indicate a lot. That would indicate the size of this project.
Well, there was a time in my life I didn't think there was that much money.
By 1966, the Florida project was going full speed ahead, but tragedy struck with Walt Disney's untimely passing that December. Of the many ways this affected the new Disney Kingdom, one of the most severe was putting Epcot, Walt's experimental prototype community of tomorrow, on indefinite hold. Instead, the focus was placed entirely on the Magic Kingdom theme park, so for the time being at least, the piece of property that caused so much of a headache was left vacant. Although the body of water was changed from Black Lake to Lake Buena Vista. Fast forward to the fall of 1971, as with the Magic Kingdom's grand opening right around the corner, Disney finally turned the rise back to the southeastern property.
Wait a minute, look at Pooh. Look at where the Pooh
was changed from Black Lake to Lake Buena Vista. Fast forward to the fall of 1971, as with the Magic Kingdom's grand opening right around the corner.
Look at Pooh getting it in, I ain't mad at him.
Disney finally turned the rise back to the southeastern property. They ultimately made the decision to go with Walt's vision of a residential district. However, it was no longer to be the city of yesterday, but the city of tomorrow. The best way to describe this new endeavor was an experimental prototype community of Walt Disney's other far more ambitious experimental prototype community. So let's call it EPCOR, or the experimental prototype community of realistic expectations. EPCOR would essentially be a way for Disney to determine whether the idea of Epcot, at least in terms of the residential aspect, was even feasible. As they put it, it was a way to gain practical experience in this new field of Disney real estate.
Now, I do want to pause it here for a minute.
Whether the idea of Epcot, at least in terms of the residential aspect, was even feasible. As they put,
I do want to pause it here for a minute because there is something that we have actually seen before that actually relates to this. And we talked about this before. If you watch the channel, one of the things we do is bring these virtual tour house tour. Golden Oak Realty at Walt Disney World Resort. So even though Epcot did not happen, as you can see here, now selling Four Seasons private residences Orlando at Walt Disney World Resort. These are actual homes that you can live in if you have the money, and you'll be right there next to Disney World. So even though Epcot or EPCOR never happened, it eventually happened anyway. And then there's a living community. There's going to be a living community in California with the Parr home from The Incredibles being brought to life. So just wanted to bring a little context there, right there. Just a little context there. All right, back to our video here.
put it, it was a way to gain practical experience in this new field of Disney real estate, with a plan to build over 2,000 housing units in the form of residential homes, apartment complexes, and condominiums. In a way, Lake Buena Vista was to be a mirror image of the concepts and philosophies of Epcot, retaining the same core ideas but within a more urban and less futuristic setting. Here, visitors of the parks and those living on property as residents could shop, dine, and partake in recreational activities. Transportation was another important factor, as instead of the usual bus routes, parking lots, and streets, Lake Buena Vista would utilize monorails and people-mover-esque vehicle systems. Now, if all this seems a bit overambitious, keep in mind that Disney had just finished building a city of sorts with the Magic Kingdom, so Lake Buena Vista City was basically an extension of this with a focus on residency.
When you look around at this new town they have built here in Central Florida, it is the most imaginative and most effective piece of urban planning in America. We all remember seeing years ago those slick, futuristic drawings saying what the future of the American city was going to be. Well, this is the future. Nobody has done it.
Up for an adventure?
Always.
But Disney.
Construction on Lake Buena Vista City began in 1974, and by spring of 1975 it was open to the public. And if that seems like a ridiculously short turnaround time, there's a good reason. You see, when it came to the shopping aspects of Lake Buena Vista, everything went according to plan. The entire complex had a rustic seaside charm and offered plenty of vendors to spend your hard-earned cash.
Now, I'm pausing it here because this is the storytelling of Lake Buena Vista. So I'm going to fast forward it just a little bit because you have New Orleans, right? New Orleans was inspired by New Orleans Square, but also too, there was some competition there as well. So I'm going to go to this part here.
Buena Vista Shopping Village as Walt Disney World Village. Fast forward to 1986, as things...
By the way, you were not seeing things.
Buena Vista Shopping Village as Walt Disney World Village. Fast forward to...
We're not seeing things. That is actually Mickey Mouse in the air as a hot air balloon. Yeah. Yeah, now imagine being in someone's head. Terrifying.
To 1986, as thanks to Disney's theme park presence in Orlando, there was a huge spike in both residents and annual visitors. In fact, within the span of just 15 years, the population grew from 300,000 residents to over 750,000 residents. But this rise in tourism and Floridians led to a bit more competition for Disney, such as Wet n Wild, SeaWorld, and Fun n Wheels. However, there was one particular tourist-drawing venue that upset the mouse the most: Rosie O'Grady's Good Time Emporium, otherwise known as Church Street Station.
All we need is music, sweet music. There'll be music everywhere. There'll be swinging, swaying, jazz bands playing, dancing at Church Street.
Oh, doesn't matter what you wear, just as long as you're there.
Church Street was essentially the ultimate...
I'm just going to say this right now, okay? This is like a Betty White, that she has lived her best life, and she has probably had some chocolate many times before, and she probably has always had chocolate, if you know what I mean. But anyway, let's roll.
Everywhere, there'll be swinging, swaying, jazz bands playing, dancing at Church Street.
Oh, doesn't matter what you wear, just as long as you're there.
Church Street was essentially the ultimate nightlife destination, and at one point, quote, hosted more annual visitors than anywhere else in Florida.
Yes,
patrons were simply charged for a single admission, and were then given access to a wide variety of popular nightclubs for evening entertainment and bar hopping. This was in stark contrast to Walt Disney World Village, which catered to families and lacked any real nighttime activities. In fact, surveys showed that a good portion of visitors who were staying on Disney property left in the evenings to visit Church Street. So Disney felt that if anyone was to capitalize on Orlando's growing nightlife scene, it was them. But as to how exactly, they weren't quite sure. Enter Michael Eisner, president of the Walt Disney Company and frequent ne'er-do-well of Yesterworld subjects.
Hello, I'm Michael Eisner. 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 I'm here with Winnie the Pooh and Rabbit.
Now, for the 0.01% of you watching who aren't familiar with Michael Eisner, he alongside Frank Welch were brought into Disney in 1984. They were the first executives in the company's history to not be from within Disney but the film industry, and one of their missions was to make the Disney theme parks more appealing to young adults and teenagers. They began to do this with attractions like Captain EO and Star Tours at the West Coast Disney Park, and the addition of the Disney MGM Studios theme park in Orlando. So when it came to the issue of Church Street pulling young adults off property in the evenings, what most executives saw as a problem, Michael Eisner saw as a solution. Why not just offer visitors the exact same thing, but with a touch of Disney sophistication and Disney quality control? As a bonus, it would also give Disney a chance to finally utilize something on the still mostly vacant property of Lake Buena Vista. And what was to be the name of this nightclub-centric Disney venture? Pleasure Island, but not for the reason you might think.
A vacation on Pleasure Island.
Pleasure Island?
Yes, that happy land of carefree boys.
If you're like me, you probably went most of your life assuming Orlando's Pleasure Island was based off Pinocchio's Pleasure Island, but the true inspiration for the title was far more obscure and incredibly bizarre. A fictional explorer by the name of Meriwether Adam Pleasure. Now when it comes to the backstory of Pleasure Island...
Now, you just heard Meriwether Pleasure, an explorer, right, as the foundation of this, and now you have Universal's Epic Universe having a explorer named Vincent Various. Okay, let's roll.
Island and its founder. It gets a little tricky, as the official history was rewritten on more than one occasion. There's also a ton of incredibly extensive and random anecdotes, like Mr. Pleasure's building of the world's first and only alien landing platform, which was then taken over by the Pleasure Island Philharmonic Concert Band. For this reason, the following is a condensed account of events based primarily on the original version, which I mixed with a few elements that were expanded upon in the rewrites. So with that being said, let's take a brief deep dive into the history of Pleasure Island's history of Pleasure Island. As the story goes, Mr. Pleasure was an industrialist and adventurer who in the early 1900s found himself in Mexico. There he began having visions of a mystical being known as the Funmeister, the moon-faced spirit of celebration. Though no doubt the result of some pretty intense psychedelics, Meriwether Pleasure was compelled to follow the Funmeister to a small island in central Florida. Why? Well, the origins of the Funmeister went all the way back to the collapse of Rome, where he was worshipped by local barbarian tribes. I swear I'm not making this up. Somehow, the moon-faced spirit of celebration endured centuries later, and even crossed to another continent, as he was also worshipped by the Seminole tribe of central Florida. This is why when Mr. Pleasure arrived to the Sunshine State, he wound up stumbling upon a totem, which just so happened to be of the Funmeister. The local tribe saw this discovery as a sign that he was a representative of the moon-faced spirit of celebration. So they allowed Meriwether Pleasure to purchase the island in 1911, and was henceforth known as Pleasure Island. There he began a number of industries and enterprises, which were lucrative enough to allow him to indulge in his true passion: exploration.
The weather started getting rough, the tiny ship was tossed.
However, tragically, during one of his expeditions he was lost at sea, so in 1941 his sons Harry and Stuart took over Island Pleasure Enterprises. But it turns out they were pretty awful businessmen, and in 1955 they went bankrupt and the island was abandoned. That same year, the real-life Hurricane Connie decimated the fictional Pleasure Island, with all of its buildings and infrastructure completely destroyed. Then in 1987, an archaeologist, aka Imagineer, discovered Pleasure Island, and set forth to establish a nightclub district to carry on both Meriwether Adam Pleasure and the Funmeister's legacy.
Right over there is Pleasure Island, or at least that will be Pleasure Island in the middle of next year. Legend has it that a sail-making empire once stood here, but now Disney Imagineers are hard at work restoring this abandoned waterfront into an adventure-filled island brimming with wondrous creations.
Construction on Pleasure Island began in August of 1986, and the initial plan was to open by spring of 1988. Unsurprisingly, the idea of Disney creating an adult-centric nightclub venue was quite the news story, and everyone was eager to see just what the mouse had in store. However, by January of 1988, the project was over 6 months behind schedule and massively over budget. So to speed up construction and stabilize costs, major cuts had to be made to Pleasure Island. One of them we'll touch on later, but the other was to be a nautical-themed underwater nightclub and restaurant called Madison's Dive. Now, if the name sounds familiar, it's because Madison was the main character, or mermaid, in the movie Splash, and apparently Michael Eisner was obsessed with promoting the hit film within the theme parks. This is why Disney's log flume ride Zippity River Run was renamed as Splash Mountain, and Eisner even pushed to have Madison make a cameo among the critters. In fact, Splash was also the initial title for the water park that eventually became Typhoon Lagoon. In terms of the Pleasure Island restaurant, live mermaids would have swam across windows as visitors dined, sort of an homage to the original submarine voyage. but due to going over budget and becoming tremendously behind schedule, not to mention the critical panning of the abysmal Splash 2, the restaurant was cancelled. Oh, just as another quick fun fact, Splash 2 was the first movie to be filmed at Disney MGM Studios, and was so bad that it was never released on VHS or DVD in the US, much like the cult classic The Lottery starring Bette Midler.
Pleasure Island is unlike any other island you've ever visited. This is an oasis of 7 nightclubs, restaurants, and stores. These aren't your average establishments. Welcome to clubbing Disney style. Is this direct competition to Church Street Station?
No, I don't think Disney ever thinks about competing with anybody.
Fast forward to the opening of Pleasure Island on May 1st, 1989, which was initially quite the rip-roaring success. But what exactly could one do with this new adult-centric Disney paradise? Well, to answer that, let's take a little tour. One of the more popular and interesting nighttime offerings was Mannequin's Dance Palace, which was restricted to 21 years or older. Here, animated and live mannequins mingled with the crowd, and the venue also showcased incredible sets, a rotating dance floor, and special effects. Another club was the Comedy Warehouse, with live comedy shows to keep you laughing all evening. And yes, I am reading these from the original descriptions written by Disney. There was also the Zypher Rock and Roller Dome, a rock and roller hot stop with 3 floors of fun, featuring roller skating, burgers, a full bar, and a band called the Time Pilots. Another venue was a club called the Neon Armadillo Music Saloon, featuring young rising country music stars. And though it did debut a year or so after opening, there was also the Pleasure Island Jazz Company, offering the very best of both traditional and contemporary jazz. But what about for the kids, I hear you asking? After all, it's not like parents could just abandon them while they bar hopped and danced the night away. Well, actually they could, which was the sole purpose behind the kid-friendly, alcohol-free Videopolis East, a sister or brother of the dance club over at the California Disney theme park. One of the few experiences geared towards the entire family was Superstar Studios, where visitors could lip-sync to their favorite hit songs and star in a video creation. However, by far the most elaborate, intriguing, and ambitious nightclub was the Adventurers Club.
I gotta tell you, we just went over to the Adventure Club. It was fabulous. We got met at the door by the butler. He takes us into the library where the show begins, and it was hilarious. It was suspenseful.
The Adventurers Club was an interesting combination of animatronics and improvisational comedy, and also had a thematic tie-in to the Jungle Cruise. But this was more than just a nightclub, as it also played a part of Meriwether Pleasure's backstory, with the various rooms containing his personal collection of books, artifacts, and treasures from all over the world. Now, as a quick side note, the Adventurers Club was part of the cuts to Pleasure Island mentioned earlier, as it was supposed to feature Miss Zenobia in her fortune-telling room. Alongside this was to be the Illusions Bar, which would have utilized the Pepper's ghost effect from the Haunted Mansion. When it came to dining, one of the most unique eateries was the Fireworks Factory, which offered great American barbecue and, quote, explosive drinks in a high-energy setting. As far as the shopping, honestly there's nothing too exciting to talk about, as there were just your run-of-the-mill Disney-centric merchandise stores. Although one exception was Jessica's, or as it was unofficially known, Jessica's Lingerie Shop.
I'm not bad. I'm just drawn that way.
The store opened in 1990 and introduced the iconic Jessica Rabbit signage, a 20-foot-tall neon sign with a mechanical leg and moving sequence. As far as the store offerings, it was clearly aimed at those with an unhealthy obsession with the voluptuous rabbit lover. But Jessica's came and went.
Hey, listen. They drew her, okay? We all watched it, and women cosplayed. So it's not our fault, it's Disney's fault for making her. Okay?
Pretty quickly, as it closed its doors just a year or so after opening. It was then replaced by a Dick Tracy souvenir shop, although as you can probably imagine, this was also very short-lived. The Jessica Rabbit sign was then relocated, and wound up unofficially taking the place of the Funmeister as the icon of Pleasure Island. Because, let's be honest, the scantily clad wife of Roger Rabbit was far more enticing than a moon-faced spirit of celebration. Finally, at the end of every night on Pleasure Island was a massive celebration of New Year's Eve, as it just so happened to be the birthday of a certain Meriwether Adam Pleasure.
Come celebrate New Year's Eve tonight and every night on Pleasure Island. An entire island featuring 6 nightclubs and a variety of entertainment, from music and dancing to stage shows and comedy. And every night is a once-in-a-lifetime New Year's Eve celebration that spills out onto the streets.
With the grand debut,
I wanted to bring that up because what ended up happening with Meriwether Pleasure was he was an adventurer that, followed, the Funmeister, everything else. But all of the buildings used to be places where Merriweather Pleasure had businesses and stuff. So it's the same thing that's happening with Epic Universe and Vincent Various, right? So the parallels there. Now, of course, you know, the Cosmos show where, you know, it's going to be transitioning from Apollo the moon to Luna, the goddess of the evening. And will there be a celestial celebration at the end of every night? I mean, just saying, just bringing parallels out. But I want to bring that up to you all. So yes, indeed. Hey, Aries Girl Podcast. Good to see you, my friend. Hopefully all is well with you. Yes, indeed, everybody. All right, y'all. More Virtual Tour Live. When I'm the space right here, right now. Actually, let me finish out that clip there.
Of Disney's Pleasure Island came quite a few changes to Lake Buena Vista as a whole. One of these was to the Walt Disney World Village Marketplace, as it simply became the Disney Village Marketplace. But the rebranding went beyond just a name change, as the original aesthetics were given a Disney character-centric makeover. This was done to establish more synergy between the shops in the Disney theme parks and those on Lake Buena Vista. Now, for those wondering, Pleasure Island did in fact have a pretty significant impact on Church Street Station, but not in a good way. Within a matter of years, attendance fell from an average of 2 million annual visitors to just over 500,000, and would continue.
By the way, there was Disney's West Side as well, downtown Disney's West Side. So, speaking of Universal Epic Universe and Disney and everything in between with theme park news, check this out from Universal Parks News today. Universal's Epic Universe team member preview expanded again. Now you can visit up to 8 times. According to sources, the Universal team member preview availability for Epic Universe has been expanded for a second time. Team member preview availability expanded while Epic Universe is officially set to open to the public on May 22nd, 2025. Universal has already been allowing team members to preview the park for the first time. As in our original article, the first dates for the team member preview in Epic Universe were only March 1st and March 7th. And each team member can only visit the park, can only enter the park one time. Both the dates and availability were expanded, with team members allowed to visit up to 3 times in the period of March 1st to March 14th. Now the availability for Epic Universe team member preview has been expanded for a second time. Team members now have the option of adding 5 additional visits to the previously limited of 3 for a grand total of 8 total visits to Epic Universe. Okay, and that is the bar there at the top of Grand Helios Hotel. So or Helios Hotel, so you'll be able to overlook everything. So if I'm looking here, that is How to Train Your Dragon Island of Birth. That's the Chronos there. That is Super Nintendo World there, and then right there is Dark Universe there, and then of course right here is Harry Potter House Ministry of Magic there. So let's see here. Additional tickets are now available in now in the Universal External Ticket Distribution System, ETDS. Team members must still reserve their additional dates in advance in order to take advantage of the new offering. Team members are being encouraged to use their additional opportunities to visit Epic Universe, even if they can only attend a portion of the total day. Apart from allowing team members to visit the park up to 8 times, other dates and rules for the team member preview have not changed. The current first phase of the preview is still expected to end on March 14th, with a second wave to be announced at a later date. The second wave is expected to expand the preview of availability to family and friends and team members, since only the employees themselves can take advantage of this first preview. No dates for the family and friends preview have been revealed yet, with the currently published information only saying please stay tuned for more details soon. Universal is also enforcing a strict no photography policy during the team member preview, which includes all videos and phone calls. Yeah. So if you are a team member of Universal, you can visit Epic Universe up to 8 times. There we go. More. You know what? We're gonna take a little commercial break because that was a lot. When we come back, I got even more updates for y'all with Epic Universe. And then after that, we have some Real Housewives of Potomac updates. Angie Stone, and of course, your positive news story of the day. We have a lot more. We are live on tour. Like, comment, share, subscribe. But we'll be back. Let's roll it.
Come with me if you want to live a more delicious life. Oh, maybe we should get in the van.
In this world, we don't get to control much. Past, male pattern baldness.
Leggies.
Got one right now. The urge to puff that bubble wrap. But there is one thing we do get to choose every single day. What we eat. Welcome to the Sonic Department of Research and Deliciousment. We have everything you want, didn't know you wanted, and some things you didn't know were possible. Because we believe if you're not having fun, you're not living free. So come on, let's live a little.
Hey, good morning, America.
Good morning, America.
Good morning, America.
Good morning, America.
Money.
Are you ready? They are ready.
Covering the biggest events in the country right now.
There's a lot going on here this morning.
It's always a good time. That's what the show's about.
That's good.
Really good. Very good.
Coming in hot, Jimmy, coming in hot.
It's far from elementary.
Oh. Good morning, America. I'm not going to try to strut like Michael or anything.
I have known George a long, long time.
Have you ever gotten him to dance?
Look at that face.
You don't just see it, you feel it.
I'm in.
I'm in.
I'm in too. I'll be there.
I am here and so happy. I'm in. I'm in too.
I'm in.
That tells you something when Snoop Dogg's in. Michael, George, where?
Ginger.
Each of you are in a relationship with somebody you have never met before.
We have been chit-chatting for about 5 months. We have been together for 4.5 years now. I'm gonna go meet my man. I'm just hoping that he likes me in real life. I've been keeping something from you.
Prepare for a journey beyond imagination, beyond belief, beyond anything you've experienced before. Universal Epic Universe, a new theme park where you'll step through extraordinary portals to 5 immersive worlds. Prepare for a cosmic voyage of discovery, an isle of fire-breathing excitement, a shadowy world of monsters and mystery, new wonders in the wizarding world, and a new way to play. Plus the splendor of a magnificent resort hotel overlooking the park. It's all new excitement at Universal Orlando Resort. A week's worth of vacation thrills with 4 amazing theme parks, a variety of spectacular themed hotels, and incredible dining and entertainment. It's all at Universal Orlando Resort, where you'll find new adventures every day. Explore the astonishing worlds of Universal Epic Universe at Universal Orlando Resort.
I'm loving it. I'm loving it.
Y'all right back. Welcome back into Brantley's virtual tour live. Glad to have all you here. We have been chilling out, hanging out, and enjoying each other's good company around here. We kicked off with Cardi B teasing us about the final season, the 5th season of You, and then we saw the trailer, and oh my Lord, a lot going down. April 24th on Netflix. By the way, speaking of Netflix, Wednesday is the premiere of Temptation Island. I will be reviewing that show for you all as well. Very excited about that. Then we talked about Lencia Kebede. She is the first Black elphaba on Broadway. She is an Ethiopian woman, and she is beyond gifted. She's sung back up for Beyonce, during the Coachella rehearsals, and she's been in Hamilton and, Hairspray, and just She worked at Tokyo Disney. She's a legend, okay? So please go see her on Broadway in the great musical Wicked, for sure. Then LeBron James and Stephen A. Smith, they had an exchange words. Well, it was more LeBron than Stephen A. and said, keep my son out this shit, bro. Basically talking about Bronny James and how you talk about him, this, that, third. Issa Rae talked about how diversity needs a new publicist, and also too, she has a new documentary series coming up, a documentary called Seen and Heard, basically how us as Black people have made these networks rich. So she has that documentary coming out later this year. It was, of course, screened at South by Southwest. Stephen A. Smith and Skip Bayless will be sitting down for the first time in almost a decade on the Skip Bayless show. That'll be coming up early next week. And then we just been talking about Universal Epic Universe news because, well, actually many things. One, there's original characters, Maya, Up the Sky, some movements of various. Then we talked about Celestial Park's story, and I basically had a brain blast of the fact that Universal is setting the stage for a Celestial Park movie franchise. And then, of course, showed y'all how there was parallel to not Temptation Island, but Pleasure Island from Disney with this guy named Meriwether Pleasure, who found this island and all the buildings that used to be Meriwether Pleasure. Disney refurbished them and told storytelling throughout the different clubs and everything else, just like Epic Universe is doing with their shops and stuff. So making that connection there. Of course, if you are a cast member now, you can visit Universal's Epic Universe up to 8 times. Okay, so you can do that. Family and Friends preview is not available as of yet. So a lot going on here on Brainley's virtual tour live today. From Universal Parks News today, right here. A new article from the Hollywood New Facts About Epic Universe revealed Clean Celestial Park music, poll details, and much more. A new article from the Hollywood Report has released several new pieces of information concerning the highly anticipated Epic Universe, and we have compiled them into a single post. We now have more details regarding the queue for Monsters Unchained, reports of a Viking band in the island of Burke, details of the portal design, and a confirmed 40-hour music loop of for Celestial Park and more. The largest land in Epic Universe is right here. How to Train Your Dragon, Island of Burke. The first new fact was confirmed in the High Report article by Kay Pataki, the executive producer of How to Train Your Dragon, Island of Burke. According to Pataki, Island of Burke is the largest of the 4 intellectual property lands by square footage. If you take away the big rides, you can fit 2 other worlds in this one. She hypothesizes part of this is due to Island of Burke having 2 bodies of water, a feature not replicated in any of the other lands. Then a Viking band there. Another hint of the entertainment coming to How to Train Your Dragon, Island of Burke, was shared by Camille Corrado, the senior media producer for both Island of Burke and Celestial Park, when discussing the iconic soundtrack of the How to Train Your Dragon films. She confirmed the land will combine known music and new compositions. We use so much of the film's amazing soundtrack music, but we have things that are new. Corrado also asked what will be more authentic and immersive than a Viking band. While she does not go into detail, this is the first reference to an actual live band performing in the Island of Burke. If y'all remember, there will be musicians in Dark Universe as well, in Darkmoor. Previously, Universal announced one of the musicians will be performing in Dark Universe, which is also confirmed with air photographer BioReconstruct. By the way, shout out to BioReconstruct. Amazing brother, been doing a great job, and I hope that he gets in for free because he has actually been a really huge part of the promotional efforts of Epic Universe. So, and honestly, him doing that has actually helped Universal. So I hope it does. Yeah. Concept art. Reconstruct has also shared photos of the island of the Isle of Burke, has revealed some of the land's themed benches. Benches are made to appear as though they have been carved from a single block of wood, are shaped like some of the franchise's iconic creatures. We know the design of these benches is based directly on the original concept art from the third How to Train Your Dragon film. Pataki explained that the original idea for the benches were taken from a single piece of unused concept art that showed asterisks on a bench. There was this tiny, tiny low-res or resolution image of Astrid Sin on a bench that was carved to look like a natter. We took that, we said, let's just make them so we not only have the natter, but we have a bronco and a sheep. She also mentions the How to Train Your Dragon Sweet Shop in the Land, also based on an idea originally developed by DreamWorks but never seen in the film. So bringing some concepts out the films that never were seen, but is now in the land. Interactive dragons. Universal has touted that How to Train Your Dragon Island Park will be filled with dragons to bring the area to life. We've already seen the dragon-shaped drones that Universal confirmed will be flying in the skies over the land. Universal has also released concept art of Hiccup and Toothless meet and greet, so you will actually get to meet Toothless in real life. And we already saw Dart, Toothless, and Light Fury's daughter, and I think they have a son as well. However, a line from the Hollywood Reporter article implies that it may just be more than Toothless wandering the land. Since the world has started internal dry ends, character appearance of Toothless and his babies, the Nightlights have become popular. The Nightlights is a collective name for Toothless' 3 children who appear at the end of the third How to Train Your Dragon film. We covered this cute dragon here, Dart, on Virtual Tour Live here. By the way, shout out to Bush 2, who caught video of the revived version of Dart, one of the Nightlights practicing movements backstage earlier this year. Most assumed that the dragon would somehow make an appearance during the Untrainable Dragon stage show, but this line from the article implies that they may be seeing guests in a more meet and greet style capacity. This will also bear in line with the current version of the Untrainable Dragon performing at Universal Studios Beijing, which does feature a full-scale Toothless but not any of his children. The line also specifically says Nightlights plural, which means which may mean there will be freely moving versions of all 3 children, not just Dart. Dark Universe Monster Animatronics. Moving now to Dark Universe, the section themed to Universal Classic Monsters. The Hollywood Reporter article also revealed several new facts about Monsters Unchained, the Frankenstein experiment. I think that there might be some video on that. Yes, it is. Let me go back. A moment here. Okay. Monsters Unchained, the Frankenstein experiment. Universal has already previewed short glimpses of several animatronic monsters that will appear on the ride, including the Brides of Dracula, the Creature from the Black Lagoon, Wolfman, the Mummy, the Phantom of the Opera, and Frankenstein's monster. Francis Fucci, production designer on Monsters Unchained, did confirm the size of the new animatronics might not be as overwhelmingly massive as one might imagine. We did not need all of them to be 9 feet tall, so some are 5 4 7 feet. While Frankenstein's monster is expected to be one of the largest animatronics, this announcement confirms several of the other characters that have been made small to match their real world scale. So this is all audio animatronic. That is Wolfman, that is Dracula, and they said, listen, this is Dark Universe, we're gonna be dark, okay? And then there is Frankenstein right there. Maggie Baker, senior manager of costume and wardrobe design at Epic Universe, also teased that the costumes on each of the Monsters Unchained animatronics will not be exact because of their original black and white film consumes, but rather more modern, a bit more fashion forward looks. And then here is the Monsters Unchained queue. Ooh, my lord, you're coming into all these, to use a Disney term, poor unfortunate souls, my lord. And then right here you have Victoria Frankenstein, the daughter of Frankenstein, and then you have these 2 women here that they look actually terrifying. It looks like their life is going to end as soon as you go up the stairs here. You go through that curtain there, so comforting. As many with As many with Universal's major attractions, the queue for Monster Unchained is expected to be a crucial part of the overall experience. We already know the queue will take guests through the castle of Victor Frankenstein, which is now owned by his descendant Victoria. The Hollywood Report article has now revealed that the queue will also feature additional creatures using a mix of moving, stack, image, and media-based technology. Universal has confirmed that the queue will feature jump scares inspired similar to their Halloween haunted house offerings. So some of these additional creatures may be related to the jump scare feature. So as you are in the queue, minding your own business, you will be scared in the queue. How charming. Yes. Universal recently shared a first look at the attraction on social media. Yes, so we will see that here in just a minute. Harry Potter and the Bow at the Ministry. The main attraction in the Wizarding World, Harry Potter, the Ministry of Magic, will be Harry Potter and the Bow Ministry. In the story for the attraction, guests will have traveled to the British Ministry of Magic to witness the trial of Dolores Umbridge. Following the events of this film, the queue will introduce guests to a new character named Kingsley, who has been Umbridge house elf for many years. The concept art of the attraction shows Higley sitting in Umbridge iconic pink office as the queue, but Universal has now confirmed this first appearance will be a physical animatronic figure. So right here, as you can see, this is the house elf there. And so I am sure that how it will work is just Mr. Potato Head. Somebody will be in control room and they'll be able to see and interact and talk to you and everything in between. The Bow Ministry will give you Figley first as a beautiful animatronic figure and an intimate moment at Umbridge office during the ride queue experience. Higley will then appear throughout the actual ride as a crucial character alongside Harry, Ron, Hermione in multiple forms. The Metro Flu, which is this right here, this green fire, which looks like you are being burned alive, but you won't be burned alive because Universal will have a lawsuit on their hands if they do. But this is the Metro Flu. Think about the subway for Harry Potter. Okay. The beginning of the queue experience for the Bow Ministry will utilize the Flu network to transport guests from the streets of Paris to London. A system called the Metro Flu has been specifically developed for the new land. And Asha Vyas, assistant director of projects at Universal Creative, has shared more information about how the Metro Flu will work. There are fireplaces in a line. You are sent through the flute and a burst and experience a burst will really smoke for now. For now? What other thing are you going to call it? Then you'll step through a bit of a tunnel and have that experience again, and you are transported to the ministry. All right, then. And then the Desires of Celestial Park. Moving now to the central land of Epic Universe, our final new facts are all related to Celestial Park. Universal has revealed that many of the design team members who worked on Celestial Park also worked on the port of entry in Universal's Islands of Adventure. The land will combine nostalgia with futuristic flair, using World Fair designs and larger 1850s, 1930s aesthetic. The music of Celestial Park, like many areas of Epic Universe, Celestial Park will have a unique background soundtrack playing throughout the day. Unfortunately, anyone hoping to record a full music loop, Universal has confirmed the music of Celestial Park will be extremely lengthy, supported by 40 hours of musical content, 14 of which are original and 16 background zones. The world's acts as a series of sensory connected experiences. As one example, the section of the park closest to Kronos at the park's main entrance is Luna's Court of the Moon, which we saw right here. This is the Court of the Moon. And the music there will use more string and woodwind instruments. The opposite side of the park, dubbed Helios or Helios Court of the Sun, and anchored by the Universal Helios or Helios Grand Hotel, will have more brass percussion in its score. The attractions in Celestial Park will also have multiple music soundtracks. The Stardust Racers roller coaster will utilize the music of Celestial Park, which shifts the sounds based on the time of day, flipping its soundtrack from the daytime's brassy sound that imbues adventure and going to the races with a celestial synthy nighttime energy. The large constellation carousel, meanwhile, will have 7 different compositions, encouraging guests to ride multiple times for different musical experiences. Pool design technology. Finally, the article shared several new details about the portals that connect of the 5 lands together in Epic Universe. First, the landscape of each garden celestial park will change to match the nearby portal. Each section shifts in color choices and types of plants based on the portal you're walking toward. The portals themselves will continue this blending process using curved LED screens in the interior pathways. Energy representing celestial park will mesh with the colorful energy of each respective land, creating gorgeous nebulas where the two energies mix. Coronado specifically described the energy inside the portal of Dark Universe as an inky, mysterious darkness with lighting effects. So there you go. There are updates on that there. Let's see here. First look inside of Monsters Unchained, the Frankenstein experiment, right here. So we are going to skip all the Disney stuff right now. Let's see here. Okay. Just trying to. What we're looking for, we got to go all the way down. All right, here it is here. All right, so first look. Well, they will have a video here, but okay, that's the daily recap. But at least y'all saw it there. Okay, here is the first look inside here. Here we go. Okay, so let me go back up to the top here. Okay. So, from Universal Park News today, first look inside Monsters Unchained, the Frankenstein experiment at Epic Universe. Universal Creative has shared a behind-the-scenes video following a senior show, Cornier's Day in the Life of Working on Dark Universe, the new Monsters Land opening with Epic Universe. So right here, senior show coordinator Brooke Elliott takes viewers inside Monsters Unchained, the Frankenstein experiment, the land's main attraction, featuring several Universal monsters. The ride features Dr. Victoria Frankenstein, who continues the work of her ancestors deep below Frankenstein Manor. A demonstration of her experiments go awry when Dracula leads a revolt of enraged monsters. And don't worry, we will see all this here in just a minute. Through the video embedded below doesn't show any of the technologically advanced monster animatronics. It does feature some of the manor sets. Several clips showcase a grand staircase. White statues flank the stairs. And though at first glance they may appear to be classic Roman or Gregorian statues, a closer look reveals that they have monstrous and technological features. The walls of the staircase are painted with murals of monsters whose eyes are glowing with blue electricity. A shelf of skulls appears to be at the bottom of the stairs. As you can see, I just gulped. The staircase is straight out of concept art. The artwork Victoria shows Victoria at the top of the stairs holding something glowing blue. Possibly at the top of the stairs, Elliot talks to art director Eric Gordon as they adjust a light strand on a railing. Elliot and Gordon are shown a room with a large blue glowing element chained to the wall. A different scene features a family tree, maybe that of the Frankenstein family. There are some cardboard boxes atop of a crate, though they may appear to be construction materials at first. The crate, at least, is an actual prop. It's an orange glowing strip. That's an orange glowing strip laid on its lid and yellow caution tape down the side. Another clip shows the ride queue for portrait of a figure between Tesla coils. That is Nicholas Tesla. Okay, does this depict the creation of the first ever Frankenstein's monsters? Are right there. The portrait resembles this concept of the art rights, suggesting it will act as foreshadowing. Elliot meets up with production designer Francis Ricci in a stony area. The two make sure to hold space for the creative intent of the attraction. Associate manager of ride and show Jim Napoli points something out in a scene crackling with blue lightning. Below, Napoli and Elliot appear to be standing on a backstage catwalk. There are cylinders hanging nearby that create blue lightning above. The scene below, a giant blue Tesla coil jolts out the ground, appears to be It also appears similar to the concept art above. A smaller Tesla coil appears in a stone room. Perhaps Victoria's lab looks like the scenes floor may turn Elliot's also pictured in front of large cables attached to a stone wall, and there's an ominous red glow around the corner. I'm guessing that's the ride vehicle there. Elliot gives us a first look at the ride over the shoulder restraints as she prepares for a test ride. The end of the video may show the exit queue as Elliot walks through doors into a stone hallway with electric bulbs and chains. There are some glimpses of the land's outdoor areas, which we have seen in aerial photos, but rarely from ground level behind Elliot. The Curse of the Werewolf coaster is testing above her as part of the track, crossing over a walkway with a black screen beneath it, prevent items from falling on guests in the distance is Frankenstein Manor. Elliot also pauses in an upright coffin. Perfect photo op for guests. Nearby is a cage around a grave that someone or something has broken out of. So, with that being said, the Monsters Unchained queue will contain jump scares akin to Halloween Horror House Nights. The height requirement is 48 inches, 122 centimeters. It will offer single riders. Let's see this on Instagram because I am curious to see how this looks here. And don't worry, y'all, we still got your RHOP updates here. So here we go with this. Okay, about 3 days ago. Here we go.
Hi, I'm Brooke Elliott, a senior show coordinator with Universal Creative, currently working on Dark Universe. And today I'm going to be taking you through a typical day in my role. Today we're starting the day at Monsters Unchained, the Frankenstein experiment. Joining me is Eric Gordon, our art director. We'll be reviewing the punch list and ensuring everything is on track for opening. Taking notes in meetings and following up on action items is essential to keep everything on track. After our site walk, I find a cozy place in our world to make sure everything is noted and shared with the appropriate team members. Each ridership day, we ensure changes are in progress or completed. Today, I'll be reviewing the tracker with Andrew, our senior show programmer. Next, I'll be working with Francis, our production designer, to complete the show set mitigation and buy-off across the ride box floor. Tracking and recording creative notes during scenic installs is another key part of my role, as is holding space for the creative intent of the attraction. It's vital at the stage to check in with our engineering RIs regarding items from our creative reviews. Today, I'm meeting up with Jim Napoli, our associate manager for show action equipment, to ensure final notes are captured and coordinated. I joined Universal Creative 8 years ago, and the people I have met and worked with here are unbelievable. It's such an exciting time to be here, and I cannot wait for guests to experience all the Dark Universe has to offer. Well, that's a day in my role at Epic Universe. Every day brings new challenges and opportunities, and I love being part of this incredible project.
Well, there you go. How cool was that there? A little sneak peek for you there. Yes, indeed. And by the way, last thing, and then we're going to move on, y'all. Don't worry, we're going to move on. But there is a tornado warning and wind advisory issued for Walt Disney World and Universal Orlando area. The National Weather Service in Melbourne, Florida issued a tornado warning near Walt Disney World Resort and Universal Orlando Resort for Monday, March 10th, 2025. The tornado warning was originally issued at 8:35 a.m. and in effect until 9 a.m. It was extended to 9:30 a.m. It covers southwestern Lake County and northwestern Orange County. A tornado warning means a tornado was detected as of writing. The severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was near Clermont or further, moving northeast at 35 miles per hour. People are advised to take shelter. Flying debris could be dangerous. The wind advisory is in effect from 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. Eastern, so it is still in effect. The wind advisory on Monday, March 10th, 2025. It covers Indian River, Mars, St. Lucie, Rosia, River Lake, or Okeechobee, Kobe, Orange, Hacienda, and Seminole counties. Walt Disney World and Universal Orlando Resort are in Orange, Hacienda counties. Residents and guests can expect southwest winds 15 to 20 miles per hour with gusts, with wind gusts up to 35 miles per hour. Winds this strong can make driving difficult. So please, for the love of God, please be careful on on the roads and on the highways and byways today if you are having a good time at Disney World, Walt Disney World, or Universal Orlando Resort. Now, with that being said, it's time for some updates, everybody, on RHOP. As you know, the season is over with, but that doesn't mean that there aren't things happening after the show. So I want to bring up something. You guys might have saw something from Jazzy. Okay, now Jazzy is one of the housewives that was on this recent season of Potomac season 9, and I want to show y'all some footage here. Let's see here. All right, let me get this up. Because I had to do it, of course, y'all know I do my research all the time anyway. But I had to make sure that this was correct here. Boom. So what you guys saw probably was this, right? You saw this from Jazzy Rodix. It says, being a part of the Real Housewives of Potomac was an unforgettable experience. I'm so grateful for the friendships, the lessons, and the chance to share my life with viewers. While this wasn't my decision, I respect that every show has its evolution. I'm excited for what's next. I thank you to Bravo, the cast, and the fans for the support. I can't wait to see what the future holds. Now, that was on Jazzy's Instagram story, okay? As you can see here from Bro Chat on YouTube, shout out to them. She says here, this pic circulating is Photoshop. I can't imagine people sitting at home photoshopping my page with a full paragraph. The internet's getting more weird every day, guys. I beg, don't be weird. So Jazzy came out with that. And then she said here, the image circulating that looks like it was posted from my story is completely photoshopped by who? I'm not sure for what reason, even more unsure about that. However, remember to always verify the source and think twice before believing everything you see online. And also, too, was confirmed by OMFG Reality TV. So, Jazzy looks like she's coming back, but somebody who is not coming back. It's on site said it. Nia Beeline Thorne announces her Real Housewives of Potomac exit. This is not goodbye forever. It's a necessary pause to realign and focus on what truly matters. Let me read it to you here. By the way, shout out to It's On Site, by the way, for this. After much reflection, I have made the difficult decision to step away from the Real Housewives of Potomac. This journey has been one filled with incredible experiences, personal growth, and of course, its fair share of challenges. However, this time, my focus needs to be on my family and mental well-being. As a mother and businesswoman, I have always prioritized taking care of those I love, and right now that means stepping back to ensure that my family and I are in the best place possible. This is not goodbye forever, just a necessary pause to realign and focus. I'm grateful for this and everyone who has been a part of this journey. Thank you for allowing me to share my life with you. I look forward to what the future holds, and will always be cheering on my RHOP family with love and gratitude, Mia. Well, I mean, listen. I mean, you dating Ink, then dropping Ink, and then the baby dad situation with Gordon, then you're back with Gordon, allegedly, what looks like you're back with him. It's just flip-flopping, then the paternity test thing, and just, it's a lot. It's a lot. So, I mean, when Mia walked out of part 3 of the reunion, I could tell something was going to happen. I could genuinely tell something was going to happen. So I'm not surprised by this at all. But a couple of the comments here. Leave the reunion, make no new contract. You can't walk off the job and keep your job. There are consequences. She single-handedly created all this drama and questions in her life due to her telling half-truths and offering up lies. And when she could no longer lie, she was caught. She ran. Good, LOL, and don't come back. I used to love her. Now bring Jazzy full time and bring Candace back. We got a good cast. Candace is happy with her child. Okay, all right, with Chris, and we're good. Okay, take Jacqueline with you. We are over the both of y'all. Peace emoji. Y'all always posting fake news. She ain't even say that. We did it, Joe. Not we did it, Joe. My lord. Mia Beeline Thorin contract wasn't renewed because all we know is she wants to be seeing her. I mean, she did get dragged for her life from the ring. I would need a break too. Filming all G mental health filmed this too. After she used her kids for a storyline, she needs a damn break. Still line, LNL, did you walk away or did they not renew your contract? So as you can see, people are not liking it. Okay. Ooh, well, people are happy about Mia going off the show rather, and they're not liking Mia's behavior. There it is. All right, y'all. Finally, Angie Stone, our black sister, strong sister. There is no one above from that grapejuice.net. Angie Stone funeral detail of late star's homegoing revealed. Funeral details for the late Angie Stone have been shared with the public a week after her tragic death. No more rain than this cloud songbird died at the age of 63 March 1st after being the sole fatality in a car accident en route to Baltimore. Now her reps have publicized the details of her homegoing. Stone's homegoing service will be held on Friday, March 14th in Atlanta, Georgia, and then on Saturday, March 15th in her hometown, Columbia, South Carolina. Performers and guest speakers include Tyler Perry, Kurt Franklin, Angie Stone Memorial Choir, Anthony Hamilton, The Walls Group, Kiki Wyatt, Tamala Mann, Music Soul Child, Yana Qualley, Q Parker, and Stout. Flowers can be sent to right here, First Nazareth Baptist Church, 2351 Gervais Street, Columbia, South Carolina, 29204, and Friday, March 14th, 2025, 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. homegoing service. World Faith Cathedral officiant by L. Sean Tarkerton, 212 Riverside Parkway, Augusta, Georgia, 30168, Saturday, March 15, 2025, 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. Public viewing, and then 2 p.m. until homegoing celebration. Open to all. First Nazareth Baptist Church, with eulogy by Blakely M. Scott, officiant by L. Sean Tarkerton, 2351 Gervais Street, Columbia, South Carolina, 29204. Like I said, she is our black sister, our strong sister, and there is no one above her. For sure. Rest in peace to her. She is a legend. Her music has always brought joy, and I think it has gone to show that there is more than meets the eye with these celebrities, and we got to recognize the humanity in them, because just because they're in a higher position doesn't mean they don't struggle. So yeah, I'm trying to bring up this overlay here. Hang on. Give me a moment, y'all. Okay, I clicked that. What the hell? I clicked it. Okay, there we go. It's uploaded now. Really? Okay. Let's add that overlay. Okay, here it is here, y'all. As it pops up, there we go. So let me take this comment down for just a second. So the celebration of life here, that's for Friday, March 14th, 2025 at 11 a.m. I'm going to take the banner down just for a minute so y'all can see. Registration is required for that service. So Friday, March 14th at 11 a.m. World of Faith Cathedral, 212 Riverside Parkway, Augusta, Georgia, 30168. You have to register for that one. Now, the public viewing and the celebration of life, that will be open to the public. So I just wanted to bring that up for sure there. So love you, thank you, and we embrace you as our Black sister, strong sister, and there is no one above you. Y'all, we did that. Woo! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 destinations in 2 hours, 59 minutes, and 40 seconds. Jesus. And we are 1 minute away from an all-new episode, Beyond the Gates, which you can catch coming up in literally under a minute on CBS. It's also on Paramount Plus as well. You can also go to cbs.com and watch the episode the same day. It usually comes out around, 6 p.m., I think. So, yes, indeed. So, of course, y'all know I got a positive news story for you all. One thing about me is that I am a man of my word, and I said that I would do this for a very good friend of mine. A very good friend of mine. Y'all know her. Y'all love her. It's our girl, Shay P. She has asked me if I could do this, and I do not mind doing it right here. So this is from our girl, Shay P. Help Sanchez Powell continue his road to recovery. Here, I'm trying to there we go. Right here, we declare total healing, restoration. Dear friends and family and kind supporters, my name is Shay. I'm reaching out on behalf of my beloved brother, Che Sanchez Powell. Che is the heart of our family, a kind-hearted, loving father, a man deeply devoted to those he loves. His world revolves around his son and family, and despite the hardships he faced, his determination to heal and regain his independence is truly inspiring. In February of 2022, our lives changed forever when Ches suffered a hemorrhage, stroke, a brain bleed, an aneurysm. In an instant, everything he had known, his mobility, his speech, and his daily independence was taken from him. But through sheer strength and perseverance, he has made incredible progress over the past 3 years. Today, he can stand with assistance. Praise the Lord Jesus for that. And his speech is slowly returning, a testament to his unwavering spirit. While Ches needs your help, Ches currently attends Shepherd Outpatient Rehabilitation Clinic, but due to insurance limitations, he can only receive therapy there for 3 months at a time before being placed back on a 5 to 6 month wait list for reapproval. This waiting period significantly slows down his progress, making it crucial for him to continue therapy elsewhere to maintain his momentum and build on his recovery. That's why we are turning to Next Step Atlanta Paralysis Recovery Center, a specialized intensive rehabilitation program designed to help stroke and brain injury survivors regain mobility and independence. This therapy is his best chance at improving his quality of life. However, insurance does not cover it. The cost is $1,100 per month, a financial challenge we cannot face alone. How you can help, we are asking for your support to cover specialized rehab at Next Step Atlanta for $1,100 a month, ongoing therapy to strengthen mobility and speech, medical equipment, and essential care needs. Every donation makes a difference. No donation is too small. Every dollar brings us closer to giving Ches the care he desperately needs. If you're unable to give, we would be deeply grateful if you could share this fundraiser with your network. Every share helps spread the word, brings us closer to our goal. From the bottom of our hearts, thank you for your kindness, generosity, and support. We will keep you updated every step of the way as Ches continues his fight for recovery with love and gratitude. Shay and family. And by the way, this is donation protected, so that means it will go to our good friend Shay P, who also has Fire Hair by Shay P. You know, I am of the fact of I'm so sorry, y'all. I'm so sorry. My bad. I will read all that again and do not mind doing it. Let me do that one more time, just to put some respect on it. Help Sanchez Powell continue his road to recovery. Right here is donation protected. Right here, we declare total healing and restoration. Dear friends, family, and kind supporters, my name is Shay. I'm reaching out on behalf of my beloved brother, Sanchez Ches Powell. Ches is the heart of our family, a kind-hearted, loving father, and a man deeply devoted to those he loves. His world revolves around his son and family. Despite the hardships he's faced, his determination to heal and regain his independence is truly inspiring. In February 2022, our lives changed forever when Sanchez suffered a hemorrhage, stroke, brain bleed, aneurysm. In an instant, everything he had known, his mobility, his speech, and his daily independence was taken from him. But through sheer strength and perseverance, he has made incredible progress for the past 3 years, and today he can stand with assistance, and his speech is slowly returning, a testament to his unwavering spirit. Why Ches needs your help. Ches currently attends Shepherd Outpatient Rehabilitation Clinic, but due to insurance limitations, he can only receive therapy there for 3 months at a time before being placed back on a 5 to 6 month wait list for reapproval. This waiting period significantly slows down his progress, making it crucial for him to continue therapy elsewhere to maintain his momentum and build on his recovery. That's why we are turning to Next Step Atlanta Paralysis Recovery Center, a specialized intensive rehabilitation program designed to help stroke and brain injury survivors regain mobility and independence. This therapy is his best chance at improving his quality of life. However, insurance is not covering. The cost is $1,100 a month, a financial challenge we cannot face alone. How can you help? We are asking for your support to help cover specialized rehab at Next Step Atlanta, $1,100 a month. Ongoing therapy to strengthen mobility and speech, and medical equipment and essential care needs. Every donation makes a difference. No donation is too small. Every dollar brings us closer to giving Ches the care he desperately needs. If you're unable to give, we would deeply be grateful if you could share this fundraiser with your network. Every share helps spread the word and brings us closer to our goal. From the bottom of our hearts, thank you for your kindness, generosity, and support. We will keep you updated every step of the way as Ches continues his fight for recovery with love and gratitude, Shay and family. And the reason why I shared this was because, first of all, you guys remember Jamie Foxx and the brain bleed that he had and the aneurysm he had. So it seems like this is prevalent in our community. And y'all know we cover anything and everything that matters to our community, from the majority of the culture and what they're talking about to the minority of the culture and what they're talking about behind the scenes, and what the black in the middle. And Shay P is good people. She's always been good people with me, and she is about the good. And so I gave her my word that I will feature this on the show. So like I said, there it is there. Of course, I will drop the link to that in the chat, and I do not mind doing that, because you never know what the power of mouth, the power of the word of mouth can do for somebody. So yes, indeed there. So there is the link there in the live chat there. So with that being said, I'm gonna turn off my camera now, because we done the whole show for 3 hours. Yes, we have, y'all. Woo! What a show today. What a show today. What a show today. Woo! I think the story that really got to me today, to be honest with you, I think it was the LeBron James story with Stephen A. Smith. I mean, to, tell Stephen A. Smith, keep my son out this shit, bro. First of all, I mean, that's just a dad being a dad. You know what I mean? There's nothing wrong with that. And I truly think that at the beginning, middle, end of the day, it really is all about how you carry yourself with your family and your friends, and what you really want to do for yourself. I know that for myself, you should be able to stand up for your family and for your friends and everything in between. And that's what LeBron James was doing. I appreciate Stephen A. Smith contrition and everything in between, to be able to see, the forest for the trees, and to be able to just own up to what he did, and, recognize that this is a moment, but this is not the totality of him. So that was a story that got to me about standing up for people, but also too, that there was, that there's a healing process for that. You know what I mean? So you have Issa Rae saying that, diversity needs a new publicist. I fully agree with that, without question. And that we all need to be on board with hearing other voices in our community, because guess what? Without our voices, there will not be a voice. You know what I mean? So yeah, I definitely agree with that. Also, I can't wait to see the Seen and Heard documentary about how we as Black people have helped all these networks to be able to make it do what it do for them to be successful. Stephen A. Smith meeting with Skip Bayless is absolutely huge. Can't wait for that, meeting of the minds there and seeing what will be of that. There's a lot that's been said, so I don't know how they're going to do it. It's going to be a two-part, or they're going to try to do it all in one. We'll see. Universal Epic Universe and all the updates we gave you, from the new Monsters Unleashed attraction to, Celestial Park and the original characters and just everything. It's so amazing to cover joy, to cover light, to cover something that brings goodness to people. And anytime I can do that through covering theme parks, I will definitely do that there. I know it was a lot of theme park intel for you there, but I hope you guys enjoy that. That was a good time. Mia Thorne leaving Real Housewives of Potomac. Not surprised by that. Not surprised by that at all. I think after that type of season, I think, it would be anybody leaving that type of show. Just keep it up with you there. Then we have Angie Stone. Like I said, the dates for everything right here has been released. Let me take down this comment. Banner right here. So these are the dates here. So the public viewing Celebration of Life is open to the public, but the Celebration of Life for Friday, March 14th, 2025 at 11 a.m., you have to be registered for that one. So, like I said, it's so sad that she's no longer here with us. I know that she was going through some medical issues. And she was trying to get her money from the music industry because they cheated her out for money. So I do hope that money goes to her kids. I really, really do. So, and then Lencia Kebede being the first Black elphaba on Broadway. I am so excited. And I believe that the Wicked universe has just begun. I know that Wicked has been on Broadway for many years, but I feel like this movie franchise is going to spin off so many spin-off movies and TV shows, and it's going to be a Wicked verse. And hopefully that this, I know, show y'all. Have her up. Hopefully this beautiful sister right here will be a part of the franchise. Cannot wait for that. And then of course, Cardi B teasing us about Netflix's You season 5, the final season trailer of You. And y'all, the trailer for You was so good. Oh my Lord, I lost it. I really did. So yeah. And then of course that beautiful story about Shay trying to help out her brother. What a wonderful, wonderful big sister, and she is going to be blessed tenfold for doing the right thing. So, y'all, we are just chilling out now. Beyond the Gates is on. It just got started 12 minutes ago. There will be a review on the channel, and yes, indeed. So yes, indeed. So, man, this was a show. I mean, usually we do 3 hours, but my Lord, 8 destinations all live in 3 hours. Like I said, if you guys are looking to catch up with Beyond the Gates, I have all of the episodes recapped. Episode 10, I went in on all the characters. I didn't give a damn uck or ish about it. Because they deserved it, especially Leslie. Oh my Lord Jesus, Leslie, you have poisoned Joe daughter with the hate of Ted because you cannot be adult enough to be a solution. You a damn disgrace, an absolute damn disgrace. And I said it in the review. Y'all can go listen to it. And then, like I said, virtual tour destination roundup. I said everything I meant in that video about the week that was, and also the ending of that video. I want to broadcast that at 10 a.m. so that way it'll lead right into the show. But yeah, so it's all good in the neighborhood. It really is. It is all good. Hey to the three people that are here. Thank you to Aries Girl Podcast for coming through. Thank you to Nikki Muse on Narcissism for coming through. Thank you to TKO2890 Roblox Player for coming through. Thank you very much for that. I really do appreciate y'all so much for being here. Yes, indeed. Oh, my Lord Jesus. Wow. 48.8% male and 51.2% female. So it looks like I almost have men and women, over here. That is amazing. That is absolutely amazing. But yep, y'all, I'm just going to be resting here for just a little bit because, Jesus, what a show today. What a show today. What a show today. What a show today. Lord. Hey, two people, welcome in. Just chilling. Just chilling. Glad to have y'all here. Y'all see the destination roadmap that we got there from Cardi B to Lencia Kebede, LeBron James, Issa Rae, Stephen A. Smith, Universal's Epic Universe, Real Housewives of Potomac, Angie Stone. So if there's anything that you want to talk about from those destinations, feel free to type in the chat. Yes, indeed. Three people in the building. Thank y'all so much for being here. Appreciate y'all. Yes, indeed. Oh man. So after this, then I gotta watch Real Housewives of not Potomac, but Real Housewives of Atlanta and get that review for y'all. That's gonna be a good time. So very, very excited about that. And then I gotta figure out how to get Netflix because I really want to review Temptation Island for y'all. If y'all don't know what Temptation Island is, it's basically four couples who are at crossroads in their life and they go to Temptation Island to see if they will stay together, will leave separately, or join someone new. And it's been on for years. It is a fantasy island fantasy come true that has very toxic consequences. So listen, we will be reviewing that as well. Of course, Ready to Love. We've been reviewing that. Thank y'all for coming through on that. Over 100 views on that video, on that live. Thank you so much for that. Like I said, I'm genuinely appreciative of everybody who still wants to be over here. I do not take that for granted. Thank you very much. So let's see, how many shows am I reviewing? I'm reviewing RHOP, Temptation Island, still reviewing Married to Medicine, but Married to Medicine is going to be on its way out here soon because we got one more episode, then the 3-part finale, 3-part reunion. So 3 shows. So Real Housewives of Atlanta, Temptation Island, Married to Medicine, Ready to Love, Beyond the Gates. I'm trying to actually let me check this out. That's how many shows we're covering. Let me see. RHOP. We have Temptation Island, Married to Medicine, Ready to Love, Beyond the Gates, Never Ever Mets. So basically we have 6 shows that we're reviewing over here. And then the Braxtons, they're filming for season 2. So I will be reviewing the Braxtons again as well. So basically right now 6 shows, but adding to that will be 7 shows in total. So a lot of content coming your way in addition to the regular schmegular virtual tour live. So should be some good content coming up here. So yes, indeed. So I think I might stick around till maybe 3:35 and then get off of here. And yes, indeed. So actually, y'all give me 1 second. I'm still right here with y'all. My bad, y'all. My bad there. But yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Just resting. A lot of work. A lot of work to bring quality. It really is, but it's when it's good people like y'all, it's all worth it. It really is. Yes. But yeah, I gotta tell you, it's nice not to really be on any panels or anything. Of course, there's some that I do miss being on and stuff, but you know, it's important to have a break for yourself. It really is. But like I said, just because I'm taking a break from being everywhere doesn't mean I'm taking a break from the channel. I'm still right here. And like I said, I'm still going to keep producing great content. Because we do have great content. So. Like I said, it's like 59 degrees outside today. wonderful. Very excited about it. That means winter is almost done and it's going to be summertime here. So very excited. I'm trying to think, should I review the 5th season of You? Because see, here's the thing about reviewing shows, right? Is that the more shows you do, the more you have to produce, which I don't mind producing, but I already have my system down. So I think RHOP will be on Mondays, like tonight, till the end of the season. Same format that we did for RHOP. Married to Medicine is on Fridays, because by the time I review that episode, the new episode will be Sunday. So that means you have, that weekend to chew on. And then Temptation Island will be on Wednesdays, like I said. So gotta figure out how to get Netflix for that to review that show. Because, Jesus, that's gonna be a crazy show. And then of course, like I said, with Beyond the Gates, that's on every single day. So new content every day there. And then of course with Ready to Love is on Saturdays. And then, Never Ever Mets will be on April 4th. So literally, we will be done with the season here relatively quickly. So we got what it looks like 1, 2, 3 more episodes, and then it'll be the Never Ever Mets. But I'm kind of wondering, what does that mean for Ready to Love? Because usually it's like 10 episodes for Ready to Love, but we shall see that. By the way, apparently we had to reset our clocks back. So I woke up this morning and so my clock was at 9:30. So I'm like, oh wait, it's the hour. It's the extra hour. Okay, got it. Yeah, but like I said, I'm rocking out with y'all until 3:35. Then we'll have my. So I'm just resting my soul at this point, y'all. So. Hey, 3 people, welcome in. Just chilling out here. I am kind of hoping with Beyond the Gates that there is some like more digital content, like maybe some scenes that, could make it to air. That would be really cool to see. Or, maybe, a primetime spinoff from one of the characters that we get to see them in primetime. That would be kind of cool. We shall see. It's the first season, so, but I'm sure they're probably thinking about all that already, so. Hey, just resting my voice here. Did a whole 3-hour show, y'all. 8 destinations there, and we covered it all, y'all. Every single thing we did. Yes, indeed, we did. So. Like I said, I really am curious to see how this season premiere of RHOP came out, because y'all know Kenya Revenge P. Moore did what she did, and Ramos got to tell that story, so that's going to be interesting to see how that turns out. And they say that she could still be on the reunion, I think, if I'm not mistaken, so we'll see. I do think you have to confront the Revenge P head on, like. Sure, you could drag it out, but we saw the storyline on social media happen. You know what I mean? After the aftermath of it. So, but we'll see. We'll see. Oh man. Almost getting there to 3 hours and 35 minutes, and then I will head on out of here. I want to thank everybody for being here today. I do appreciate y'all for sure. Like I said, content's not stopping for not a thing, and we're gonna be all right, y'all. We're gonna be all right. We really will. And the good thing about God, and I say this from my whole soul, God not only knows what you lost, but God also already has a plan for you to gain more than you lost. Yes. Anything going on with me? Takeout. Oh my Lord. Jesus Christ. I may cover that Tuesday, tomorrow. Good Lord Jesus, it's always something. Oh, that's big. Oh, wow, that was big. So yeah, I'm seeing some destinations for tomorrow, so we'll keep you updated with that. All right, y'all. That is my time for the show. I appreciate each and every single one of you. With that being said, one love, much love, all love. Enjoy the fireworks, the commercial break and fireworks round for the day that's happening right now. I will see all of you back here tonight at 6 p.m. for RHOP. And then, of course, stay tuned for a brand new review of Beyond the Gates right here on the channel. Oh, thank you, Aries girl. Thank you, my friend. Listen, you know, one thing about me, I think you know this about me by now. There's a story in the Bible of, you know, the storm that Jonah was in and the whale. And, you know, your natural reaction is to freak out, right? But God then said, you know, why are you freaking out? Don't you know I'm God? I'm right here with you. So if I can talk about the nature, and I'm Alpha, Omega, beginning, the end, all right, Jireh, I provide the Prince of Peace that surpasses all understanding. I got you. So God's got me in this storm. And there's support behind the scenes and publicly. So we're going to be all right. Love you, my friend, and I will talk to you soon as well. One love, much love, all love. Bye, everybody.
All day. Yeah, we're working, let me play. You know me, work real hard, now we're ready, let's play. Hustle up, yeah. Ready, set, let's go, yeah. Hustle up, yeah. Ready, set, let's go. Turn it up, turn it up, turn it up, turn it up a little louder. Now get low, get low, come on, drop it to the floor, yeah, drop it to the floor. Turn it up, turn it up, turn it up. Turn it up a little louder. Now get low, get low, come on, drop it to the floor, yeah, drop it to the floor. Turn it up, turn it up, turn it up, turn it up a little louder. Now get low, come on, drop it to the floor, yeah, drop it to the floor. Turn it up, turn it up, turn it up, turn it up a little louder. Now get low, come on, drop it to the floor, yeah, drop it to the floor. Turn it up, turn it up, turn it up, turn it up a little louder.
Hey, good morning, America.
Good morning, America.
Good morning, America.
Good morning, America.
Money. Are you ready? They are ready. Covering the biggest events in the country right now.
There's a lot going on here this morning.
It's always a good time. That's what the show's about.
That's good.
Really good. Very good.
Coming in hot, Jimmy, coming in hot.
It's far from elementary.
Good morning, America. I'm not going to try to strut like Michael or anything.
I have known George a long, long time.
Have you ever known him to dance?
Look at that face.
You don't just see it, you feel it.
I'm in.
I'm in.
I'm in too.
I'll be there.
I am here and so happy.
I'm in.
I'm in too.
I'm in.
That tells you something when Snoop Dogg's in. Michael, George, Lara, Ginger.
Caesar. Just look at him. Politician. General. Author. Ruler. Man. Legend has it, he's not only stared into the belly of the beast, he's had it for dinner. Here he's free to relax, or party, or relax, or party, or relax, and party. His is a world of opulence. Excess, and the occasional impulse buy. Not one to rest on his laurels, he's famous for ushering in a new age of entertainment. So, for anyone seeking a place where the sun never sets on a good time, all this awaits.
I am Caesar, and I approve this palace.
I thought I should tell you they've been talking about you. Yeah, they've been talking about you. They've been talking about the fact that they've done everything they could to stop you and everything they could to block you, but you still win. They've been talking about the fact that they have undermined your success and they have tried to sabotage your seasons, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that even though they don't like each other, they get together to try to kill you, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that you were voted least likely to succeed, but like cream, you keep rising to the top. They've been talking about how they tried to burn your world down, but like the phoenix, you rose from the ashes. They've been talking about you, and you know what they say? Oh, she's just lucky. He's just lucky. But no, you ain't lucky. You're anointed. You got something on you. You got favor on you. You got power on you. You were born to win. Now they can call it luck, but it's grace. They can call it luck, but it's favor. But whatever they call it, it doesn't matter, because you know what God calls you? Do you know what God calls you? A winner. I thought I should tell you they've been talking about you. Yeah, they've been talking about you. They've been talking about the fact that they've done everything they could to stop you and everything they could to block you, but you still win. They've been talking about the fact that they have undermined your success and they have tried to sabotage your seasons, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that even though they don't like each other, they get together to try to kill you, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that you were voted least likely to succeed, but like cream, you keep rising to the top. They've been talking about how they tried to burn your world down, but like the phoenix, you rose from the ashes. They've been talking about you, and you know what they say? Oh, she's just lucky. He's just lucky. But no, you ain't lucky. You're anointed. You got something on you. You got favor on you. You got power on you. You were born to win. Now they can call it luck, but it's grace. They can call it luck, but it's favor. But whatever they call it, it doesn't matter, because you know what God calls you? Do you know what God calls you? A winner. I thought I should tell you they've been talking about you. Yeah, they've been talking about you. They've been talking about the fact that they've done everything they could to stop you and everything they could to block you, but you still win. They've been talking about the fact that they have undermined your success and they have tried to sabotage your seasons, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that even though they don't like each other, they get together to try to kill you, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that you were voted least likely to succeed, but like cream, you keep rising to the top. They've been talking about how they tried to burn your world down, but like the phoenix, you rose from the ashes. They've been talking about you. And you know what they say? Oh, she's just lucky. He's just lucky. But no, you ain't lucky. You're anointed. You got something on you. You got favor on you. You got power on you. You were born to win. Now they can call it luck, but it's grace. They can call it luck, but it's favor. But whatever they call it, it doesn't matter, because you know what God calls you? Do you know what God calls you? A winner.
Prepare for a journey beyond imagination, beyond belief, beyond anything you've experienced before. Universal Epic Universe, a new theme park where you'll step through extraordinary portals to 5 immersive worlds. Prepare for a cosmic voyage of discovery, an isle of fire-breathing excitement, a shadowy world of monsters and mystery, new wonders in the wizarding world, and a new way to play. Plus the splendor of a magnificent resort hotel overlooking the park. It's all new excitement at Universal Orlando Resort. A week's worth of vacation thrills with 4 amazing theme parks, a variety of spectacular themed hotels, and incredible dining and entertainment. It's all at Universal Orlando Resort, where you'll find new adventures every day. Explore the astonishing worlds of Universal Epic Universe at Universal Orlando Resort.